Hey everyone, welcome to Monday-Runday. Who do we have here? Let's see. So everything on YouTube and everything else is acting really weird. Let's see. Actually, I have people commenting if I'm streaming tonight. So let me reply to them. It's like, yes, I am. All right. Hey, good evening. Hey, Wicked. Hey, Henry. Who else we got? Oh, Southern. Cool. Did you change your name by any chance, or has that always been the name? Cat's running downstairs. Oh, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say our cat just ran on the steps, so that's fun. Hey, Jamie, how's it going? Yeah, it's cool to watch us and eat dinner. We had like Chinese food tonight, so that was interesting. It was a different place than usual. Hey, GFW, glad you could make it. Yeah, I just mentioned you in the stream. I said someone's commenting saying if we're streaming tonight. I'm like, yep, we are. So I'm glad you're here. Glad everyone's here. Hopefully you guys aren't getting buried with snow or whatever's going on out there. Timed it that way on purpose. Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for joining in. Yeah, sorry, it's like my mop head's wet. I had to get cleaned up before the stream. I was working up here and then working downstairs, editing some stuff all day pretty much. It was crazy. But I was off of work today for the holiday. So that was my celebration of President's Day. Editing footage and messing around with some trains. Yeah, Chinese was cool. I think it was a different place, right? So we went to one. They had like these. I like the crab rangoon, like fried things. They're probably awful for you, but they're my favorite. But they made them like these weird strudel looking things, but they're awesome. The place we went today just was like traditional, like wonton filled with like crab meat stuff. But yeah, Nikki liked it. It was cool. They didn't give us any sauce, but um, like usually you go to a Chinese restaurant or whatever, they give you like they probably take a handful of stuff and they just dump it in a bag. That we didn't get anything. We did get fortune cookies. They at least sent us on a good fortune. Forgot today's a holiday. Well, I work where I work. They take every holiday like that. Um, your stream when your end is glitching. Yeah, hopefully we're all right here. I know the internet's been kind of in and out, but let me know if you guys have any issues with the stream. Yeah, it could also be weather. The weather over here is horrible right now. It's freezing rain. Let's see. Wife doesn't like Chinese, but she gets crab rangoon. Yeah, crab rangoon's like that's a nice level playing field for anything fried. Really, anything fried's mostly good. I mean, I've seen some weird stuff fried, but 90% of the time, if it's fried, it usually is okay, unless it's really not meant to be eaten in the first place.
Also, sorry, I'm not ignoring the comments. Hi, Jamie.
Yeah, Nikki's in back. She's hooking up a ring light. We went to Best Buy yesterday. I got her another ring light. So when I film up here, I'll have two ring lights for all my reviews and layout updates and stuff. So I'll have a nice projection of light. And then when we're doing streams up here, she'll have a nice light to work under because I usually hog the other light. And then the webcam has a light on it too, which is pretty cool. Small spot of buffet small spot of buffer. Okay, now. Okay. Yeah, it could just be our internet up here. Let's see. Yeah, it's doing all right. Hopefully it's okay. I left the door open. We've got an old attic door. I'm sure it has like lead paint on the inside, like like a Wi-Fi barrier sometimes. Stream has an occasional stutter. Okay. The buffet closed. Yeah, a lot of buffets are open, but I don't know how they're working that. So we haven't been to a buffet since what, last February with the gang. So yeah, it was a group of Nikki's friends who went to Golden Corral. If you guys aren't familiar with it, I don't know how far out they stretch, but Golden Corral's like a southern. Well, they have a little bit of everything, but usually it's like your American foods, like steak and stuff, giant salad bar or whatnot. L engines that are dual motor cannot GB40 Lionel Chief there. So you run an O scale or HO? Because I know you had the HO guard. Cool. I was waiting for the trains to crash. I didn't see a crash in your video, and it was titled Crash, but it was an awesome video. I like the track plan you came up with. It's really cool. Waiting on new paint stuff to come in. Woohoo! Awesome. Yeah, I'd love to see what you do with that. If you post on your channel and stuff, I'd love to see what you paint. Or send us a message on Facebook or send us an email of pictures, whatever you paint. I'd love to see it. Nikki will let me know. She moderates the Facebook as well. I know a lot of people aren't on Facebook. I'm not much of a social media person, but it is what it is.
That's why you got me to moderate it.
Yeah, that's why I got her. She's on the phone a lot more than me, except when it comes to like editing and responding to comments. I like to be as fast as I can. It's I get a lot of comments, which is awesome. I love hearing from you guys, and I want to be as as responsive as possible. Love your videos on post-war Lionel. Thank you so much. I'm actually going to show you guys one of the engines I've been working on, and I'm not going to run it. I'm going to save that for the video, but because you guys are here spending time with me tonight, I'm going to show you a sneak peek on that video, and I'll tell you a little bit of what I did. I won't give too much away, but it's not done yet. It's basically all put together for testing, but yeah, I'll put that on the tracks in a second. The primers in the kit are rock hard. I'm getting what brand paints? You said they're Woodlands? Or they Woodland paints? Because I know testers acrylics, if they don't have like that gasoline smell, I know it sounds weird, like the gasoline petroleum smell, they tend to cake up. Because I have a lot of paints, like my whole freight shed on the garden was all painted with like busted acrylics from testers from like the 90s. So let's see. Wasn't asking for new ones, but they said they will. I mean, it can't hurt to ask. A lot of those companies, they don't want the blame. They don't want the review saying, "Oh, this stuff's messed up." But yeah, that's all. Woodland's a great company. A little expensive, but you do get. I think you do get your money's worth. Woot woot. Yeah, I'll show you guys that in a few. I'll let a couple more people come in. Also, some channel updates to give you guys. MG keys acting up with the Scenics. Just pigments for plaster. Okay. Yeah, I haven't done any work with plaster. I've stuck with foam, polystyrene stuff. Not even using like a hot knife. I've thought about using like a soldering iron. You can take like a heavy duty soldering iron, take an iron and place it in that, and it works as a hot knife. But I haven't done that yet. I don't feel like messing with the chemical smell or whatever vapor comes off of that. I'm sure it's not good to breathe in. Building Scenic Ridge kit. Okay. Yeah, I haven't built any of their kits before. I've just purchased their scenery products and some of their model figures that are really well detailed. I think some of the figures in my garden are woodland. I know some of them are probably knockoff that came with some of the models I purchased earlier. I got a drink of water. Ah. The stand rack and stuff. Okay, cool. Being new around here, what are you into, model or hobby? I'm into a little bit of everything. I'll tell you guys a little bit about kind of like why I started the channel. So years ago, oh, I'm gonna say years ago, because it's been a while since a train show's happened, at least a public train show with, you know, giant spaces and everything. So I went to a train show. I had a simple question. I walked up to a club's table, like they have train gardens. I don't remember the club, but I'm not trying to, you know, shelter it. I don't remember the name of the rail club, but I asked a gentleman that had a controller walking around with probably like a DCC pack, and I asked him a simple question. I said, "How does this stuff work? How do you program it?" And he kind of snarled at me and said, "Look it up yourself. Look at YouTube." So a bell went off in my head. I said, "Well, I know a lot of stuff too, but I love to share it with people and get to know them and get to hear their stories and trains instead of kind of turning your back to someone." Especially I'm on the younger side in the hobby. I'm not super old, I'm not super young, but every time I go to a train show, I tend to be on the younger side of the audience. No offense, to anyone, but I've been going to train shows since I was 4 or 5, and even back then I was pretty young. I'd get yelled at for you know looking at stuff or touching stuff. I get yelled at, but it's my mission statement, really. I don't want to you know shun anybody. I would like, if someone has a question, I'd like to give them the best knowledge that I can give them and respectfully answer it. I don't want to turn my back on anyone. So that was my inspiration. N scale. Yeah, I used to run N scale. I think I've told you guys that. I've got it in the back. Um, it's fun. It, it is a lot of fun. Um, you can do a lot in a small space compared to the O scale stuff I have. Um, it's a real estate problem. I want to put it in 072 loop, and I don't know if I have the room for it, but it's gonna happen eventually. I have to, because I have larger engines now. They need some space. It's a shame the guy had an attitude with you. Sharing the hobby is the best part. Yeah, I agree. Many hobbyists, again, we should all welcome and encourage younger folks. Yeah, I do believe that is an issue with some of the model train communities. It's kind of like a club in a way. I don't want to be like that. I mean, everyone's welcome. If you like modeling stuff, awesome. If you like toy trains, it's cool too. Everyone's welcome on this channel, and I'd love to know about a little bit of everything. Yeah, it was a weird reaction, GFW. It was a very strange reaction. Now, um, let's see. Yeah, yeah, that is the mission statement. I just want everyone to be around and everything. So, oh, where's the glue? Yeah, she's right behind me.
I'm building my house, guys.
Yeah, she's finally putting together
Done
the.
painting.
It's all done painting for now. It's in the assembly phase. She's probably gonna take a while to take everything out because she painted. I can't even show them. Well, I can show them the railing really quick.
This might give it away. It's kind of dodgy. It's not my best paint job, but the rest of the house looks really good.
Wife says I can't take up 3/4 of the basement. Well, I took over 3/4 of an attic with just the train table. Then I took over the rest. Then I took over the rest of the attic. So that's how that works. Let me see the. No. Show me the plastic. What you're holding. Yeah, give me that. Yeah. So my suggestion to Nikki was painting everything in the frame first, so you have a nice handle. Because when I painted my house up on the hill, it was a slob mess. It looks bad. So She has a nice scope. She might need like an X-Acto blade to cut them out, but it's gonna be a nice finished product. Let's see. Most hobbyists I know are much more open and welcoming to newcomers. Yeah, it depends. It really depends. Um, I unfortunately don't know a lot of people that are into the hobby locally around my age. I've run some people, but it's mostly been a great experience. It's like I said, you get a couple of weird experiences, like the one I had. It was just kind of stunning. That's all. Yeah, it's a great model railroading community on YouTube. That's why I'm here. I mean, I'm here to share and hear what you guys do, and experience everything. It's gonna be awesome. And we're just getting started too. Jamie is looking forward to seeing your house.
I know. I think.
So, oh yeah, because Nikki's internet's always better on her phone, and I'm on the Wi-Fi. So,
You still didn't answer my question though.
where's the glue? All
Because
right.
otherwise, I'm sitting here and looking at my model, not putting it together.
Here, I just gotta roll around. It's the. You have to be careful. This stuff's dangerous. So, this is the stuff I'm giving Nikki to use. See, get it better in frame there. It's plastic weld. It's pretty toxic, but it's very strong, and it does give you a brush. You don't really have to handle it. So, this is the glue. And the hobby shop, if it focus? No. The hobby shop I purchased this at isn't even around anymore. So there you go. Just be careful. Don't plastic weld your fingernails together. Oh, jeez. What? Nah, you'll be fine. Just use we got you covered. DPM being's nearly done. Okay. Going to have to get a Victorian or 7 for my layout. Or several, I'm sorry. So I can have some fun with the colors. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see that too. Yeah, make sure when you're done all that, send us pictures. I'd love to see it. I know Nikki. I showed Nikki some of your videos, Jamie, and she loves them too. So awesome work. Let's see. Oh, you guys know each other from other channels. That's awesome. Well, welcome both of you guys. I mean, you guys are awesome. Let's see. Plastic glue, wicked. Yeah, plastic glue does work. The plastic weld stuff is instant. It does have a chemical reaction, so you have to watch you don't melt your plastics. But overall, it does pretty well with models. It's like a quick, really quick weld. Also, Model Masters glue. I'll have to check into that because I don't like using super glue. It's pretty gross. Unless it's something like structural on the layout, like if it's holding up something, not just a model, but I hate using super glue and stuff. Hey, Colleen. Hey, Amy. How's it going? You're way ahead of me on the next crossing train. All right, we have a couple more people in here too. So if more people come in and ask what's up, I'll repeat it. That's no worries. But so I've if you guys haven't seen it yet, I posted a video today, I believe at noon Eastern Standard Time. I was trudging through the park down or up in Lancaster. Uh, a crazy trip. So the way the park was set up is that um, there's a bunch of overlooks looking over to the Susquehanna River, and basically I could not find a way to get to this so-called parking lot. I looked it up on Google Maps. That you can get there. The second overlook, which is called Chickies Overlook, um, actually had a trail that would go from, it would switch back down the hill. It was all snowed in and iced up, and recommending. I think it was closed. I think they said the trail was closed. They had like a rope off or something. So I didn't do that, obviously. So I went down. I found a parking lot. It said it had a boat. It was a what was it? A boat slip into the river. I parked there and I walked through the woods and I found a bunch of really cool train stuff. But then I realized I wasn't on an actual trail. So unfortunately, I can't, or I don't feel comfortable posting that on YouTube because I was behind really like, I don't know if they would consider it trespassing or whatnot. So I didn't post that on YouTube. But it was a crazy, crazy adventure. I saw tons more than what you guys get in that video. But if you haven't checked it out, you're into some old railroad history stuff, definitely take a look into it. The tunnel is pretty creepy. Um, it was an experience. I definitely want to go back later when it warms up and check out all those smaller ruins on the trail or off the trail. But it's pretty cool. Then it got dark really quick, and then I filmed the. For some reason, there was a flat car out in the tracks with a bunch of trackside buildings, almost like the rail sheds that they use for signal blocks. So they had two flat cars out there on the main line with those on it. So I don't know if they're going to do like night repairs or whatever. So the engine, the last clip you guys see of the time lapse is literally an engine, or it might have been two engines through the woods going back up, basically going back and then going up and then just shutting down completely. So I think that's why we didn't catch a train that day. I think the pretty much the railroad, I don't want to say the railroad's closed, but it was off limits. So let's see. I missed some comments here. Yeah, Jamie, your channel is pretty cool. I saw some of the building collapses. They're pretty cool. Like you had in your trailer for, or not a collapse, but
Demolition.
yeah, scheduled. There you go. Scheduled demolition. It was in Baltimore City in the late '90s. That was pretty cool. Collab video. Sometimes I don't know when. So I'm actually thinking about doing for the 100 subscriber stream. I'm going to try to do a StreamYard, and you guys can chime in and say hi. Nikki can be our moderator for that, but I have to find a way how to hook it up. I know various other people I watch on YouTube, other content creators, do a StreamYard. So basically, you guys can chime in, show us some of your stuff that you're working on. I would love to do that. That's the safest way to collaborate between people. Um, but yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, GFW, that video was insane. It was fun. It really was fun. It was a good adventure. I just didn't know if they would take it down or not. I've heard of other YouTubers having their stuff taken down because it's considered trespassing, even though even if you had permission written, it's whatever. So I have other stuff planned that you guys will see. Let's see. Refuel the snowblower in my pajamas. I've done that before. I've shoveled in just shorts and everyone's like looking at me like you're crazy. It's like I gotta get it done and I gotta go to work right after this. So sorry, you know. The implosion of Martin Tower. Yeah, I want to rewatch it too. I was watching stuff between work really quick and just catching up on some stuff, but I'll definitely check out that stuff too. Yes, it was on another channel. Very cool. You will like StreamYard. We use it. It's very intuitive. Okay. Yeah, right now I'm just using the YouTube studio and it's pretty lame. Like I can't switch between cameras. I don't want them to shut my stream down if they're listening in, but I can't switch between cameras. So right now you guys are looking through the webcam and YouTube is great because my picture right now that I'm seeing is reversed. So what you guys see here is really on the other side. So like this being here, it's It sucks. But I believe StreamYard fixes that. And we can do multiple cameras. I can use my laptop camera, the webcam, all that cool stuff. So we'll get that. Maybe I'll use that from now on. Just I'll post the stream whenever we do like a special or something. Yeah, wicked. StreamYard's been a hot topic now with a lot of the railroad channels. I chime in every Friday on um what's it, Humanity Junction or I call it Humanity Junction. With Heath's channel, I step in on Fridays during my lunch break. I run a couple trains, say hello. When my half hour is up for work, I shut everything down, go downstairs and get back to work. It's part of my Friday routine. I think he starts at like 11:30, and then I usually chime in around 12 or 1. So it's divisions in Philly, New York City, Newark, Baltimore, Harrisburg, Pittsburgh. Been all over the East Coast. A few smaller things. Trump Plaza in Atlantic City is going down Wednesday, but unfortunately I have to work. Yeah, I have to work too, and getting out there might be impossible after this weather coming in. Urban exploring. I prefer country exploring. Um, urban exploration. I have some. I had friends back in college and high school that would do it, but they always got in trouble. Uh, I don't have time to get in trouble. I've I've got uh I've got a stream to shoot every Monday, and I've got videos to make. Can you explain what StreamYard is, please? So basically, it's a video streaming software, and you send out this link, and you can use other equipment and everything. You can do, yeah, like multiple. I just saw GFW's comment pop up, but you can do different cameras, different angles. It's a better media, in my opinion, for what we're doing here. I would use what JP Videos recommended me using Prism Live Studio, but on Macintosh it doesn't work as well, or it may not even work at all. Except it works on iOS. So if I'm out, I can stream on the cell phone. Other than that, I have to use the YouTube with a webcam that you guys are seeing today. Yeah, Nikki's into. I think she puts up with the trains. I don't know if she likes them, but I think you put up with them, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, she said. Yeah, I mean she puts up with it.
It's not necessary. So I don't like hate trains,
She doesn't hate trains.
and I've come to learn quite a bit about them over the time. But I'm more of a Disney person, really. So
Yeah, she collects Disney stuff. So yeah, I like Heath too, man. He's a good guy. He's I believe he's out of New York. So neighbor of the North. And I hope to get out for that. He's doing a meet and greet on March 13th at what's it, Northlands. I drew a blank for a second. So yes, I hope to make it over there. I have to work out some things. I have to get like an easy pass because I'm probably gonna have to drive on the PA Turnpike or one of those turnpikes out there, Jersey Turnpike. I don't know yet, so I'll probably have to get an easy pass to hook all that up. Let's see. StreamYard is hard to use with multiple cameras on. You get audio feedback. That's easy to use. Yeah, I'll have to do a couple test runs. I'm sure there's a way I could set it up to do a couple things. Hey Randall, how's it going? Sorry, I'm getting down to everyone's comments. I saw you're here. And everyone said hi to Randall, so welcome. Simplifies streaming. Yep, it does. Wife actually comes over to look and see how mine's going. I was surprised. Yeah. The thing is, when I build something up here, I'll be like, "Hey, Nikki, check this out." She'll be like, "What? What? You always call me up here." It's like, yeah, let's see.
Darn it.
Yeah, Humanity Junction is awesome. They do a lot of, well, Heath does a lot of different things. He does model railroading stuff and just a little bit of everything. He mostly does smaller scale, but I know he's working with I believe he calls it a modular layout. Like he every time you guys see trains run on his channel, I think, and I'm not sure, but I think he has to take the whole thing apart and stash it away before, you know, I think it's like a multi-purpose room that he streams in and stuff other than the studio and his art, his amazing setup for the desk. Like his desk is amazing. Mine is simple. It's a camera, a computer, a microphone, an interface. So it's pretty crazy. You can find. Um, Unfortunately, I don't know how to build those. I know they're usually rubber casts or whatever, but it is what it is. Randall is snowed in. Winter storm warning until 12 Thursday. First round came in today. Second round comes later, Wednesday into Thursday. Stay safe, my friend. I forgot what area of the country you're in, but that's
That's brutal.
that's rough. Down here off the coast, we are getting freezing rain tonight, and I think into tomorrow.
And then we're gonna get some like
Yeah, we
wintry
might
mixed freezing rain at the end of this week.
Thursday. Yeah, so we're probably getting the tail end of your storm on our Thursday over here. Like our Thursday storm will be the end of yours on whatever day that is. Yeah, I heard about the Texas snow. They had like pileups and stuff. I heard about a couple other channels talking about that too. I remember. I don't know if you guys remember. It snowed in Georgia like 4 or 5 years ago. It was like the end of the world because they're not used to it, and I don't blame them. I mean, it is what it is. Like if a hurricane would hit here where I live, I wouldn't know how to react either, or some other type of natural disaster. So yes, I'm sorry, I forgot you're in Arkansas. So yeah, it's I apologize for that, but yeah, stay safe out there.
Sorry guys, I'm getting excited.
Yeah, her house is. She's got the frame. She's got the A frame up. So, but anyways, we have a decent group here. So I'll share with you guys a video I will be posting. It's in the final editing stages, basically like proofreading, because there's a lot of talking back and forth, and um, I don't want to give like too much way of the railroad or whatnot. But I had to cut down a lot of stuff because it would have been like a 2 hour video. I've cut it down to 35 minutes. It's just one of those things. So our local railroad down the street, the Northern Central Northern Central Railway, um, one of their higher members reached out to me. I want to say, it was Saturday night.
It was late Saturday night.
Yeah, it was a late Saturday night. They said, "Hey, we love what you do. We love what you're doing here." And I filmed down there multiple times. I love the area. It's a gorgeous trail. It's an awesome railroad, tons of history. But they invited me to do a ride along, basically on the back of their set of 3 passenger cars as a flagger. So I got all vested up and everything, had all my gear. So you guys will get basically a train ride through the snowing woods and everything from this past week. And you can hear the train and the conductor. So they run in reverse, and they're using an old GP9 high nose. So it's like impossible to see. They're also the long nose front, not the shorter end of a GP. So here, I'll grab a GP9 to show you guys. This one's a heavier one. So this is a GP9. And so this is a GP9, and see our engineer figurine here. This is long nose in reverse, not long nose forward. So there, this engine model here, the cab is facing this way, which makes it a lot easier to see. The NCR railroads cabs face with the cab going in that direction. So it's called a high nose reverse cab. So when they run in reverse, they can't see because they have to look over this entire body here. So what happens is that they need a flagger or a spotter at the end. So they send their conductor towards the end of the train to make sure like all their switches are closed up for crossing clearance, communicating back and forth saying, hey, you have so many yards until the next crossing. Here's your whistle sign, all of that stuff. So it's gonna be an awesome video. Like, and they also um, gave us a behind the scenes tour of some of their um, modeling that they're doing that they need volunteers for. So if you guys know anyone in the local area around York County that wishes to volunteer on a scenic railroad, definitely look them up. The link will be in the description of that video. Awesome people. I don't want to give out any names, but a handful of guys there, men and women, that work there, and it was a great experience. They're awesome people. All of them dedicate their weekends running trains down there. So definitely check out that video, and that will be posted probably tomorrow or Thursday if I can get everything together for that. But yeah, so I'm gonna miss some comments here, and they're running their old GP9 that actually used to work on the railroads of Pennsylvania. It's an old Pennsylvania Railroad GP9 that I believe it went through the whole Penn Central Conrail phase. Then eventually was sent out to a scenic railroad, I think in New York. It's called the Adirondack Scenic Railway, if that sounds familiar to anyone. But they acquired the engine and it's now back home where it belongs, back on a Pennsylvania railroad. Let's see. Yeah, GFW was awesome. Awesome experience. It was a little cold. Yeah, same. Yeah, that video will be up soon, guys. So it was fun, and the horn on that engine is awesome. It's I'm assuming it's some type of tritone Leslie. It's got a nice tone to it. You guys are talking about snowstorms. Yep. Yeah, Nikki's like the model welder's drying quicker than I expected. So whoops. Yeah, Jamie, if you're ever down here or if you want to hang out down this way, we can go check out the railroad. And they always are looking for flaggers. I think it's only a 7 mile stretch and it only has a handful of crossings. They usually like tag team crossings. So like one guy will go to one, next we'll cover that back and forth or staggered. But it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna volunteer down there to do some modeling stuff once I get my stuff over here together. I will definitely be down there, maybe like on a weekend night or something in the model room, doing some scenery work on their O scale garden. Smash the like on your face. Thank you so much. Yeah, the Facebook's great. We Nikki's in charge of the Facebook. If you guys ever have questions about trains or need help fixing stuff, reach out to us. I'll be there to try to help you out. I'll have to find a weekend I can take off, maybe one day on the train, one day biking. Yeah, the bike trail here it can be hostile. Um, it's like driving on a beltway. It's pretty rough sometimes. I've biked it a handful of times. It's actually how I found out about this whole area was biking. I've been run off the trail a couple times. People are just hostile. It's like you get people in there that are there to enjoy a weekend. You get the some people that are very much into cycling, and you kind of get mowed over. But it is a nice trail. Later in the day, it's calm, but um, during the week is pretty cool too. But on weekends, I'd say after like 9 or 10 in the morning, it's booked. So set the GP on the ground. This thing weighs a ton. It's MTHGP. Have the Bondi right on parts together. Swiping. Oh, talking to Nikki about glue. I was like, what? Yes, the layout is in the attic. It is the loft. This is the ceiling. I can actually reach up and stick a finger out. That is the ceiling of our house, which is crazy. Being almost 6 foot tall, I've got a couple inches for hitting my head on the ceiling. My one friend who's almost 7 foot tall, he looks ridiculous up here. He looks like
He has to punch
he's like a hunchback. So I apologize for
on his knees.
anyone who's tall. I apologize for that. I've known him all my life, so I can make fun of him at least.
He knows it's all in good fun.
Yeah, it's all in good fun. He likes being taller. He was a pitcher and stuff in high school, so he's done it before. So layout would be in the loft. Similar ceiling. Yep. Old school, very old house, very old ceiling. What is the main types of trains you like to collect, acquire on your railroad? That's a great question. Everything. What? What's wrong? Oh, yeah, you can grab one of those. So,
I would say these are your favorite.
Oh, you grab the cheaper one. So, GFW, because you're new to the channel, I'm gonna do a video on these. I swear. These, if you guys ever find one of these, pick one up. They're a lot of fun. This is a Lionel 1688. And I don't know what variation this is because there's like 5 variations of these. Just the video alone reviewing these would probably take about 30 to 40 minutes. I have I own every variation of this engine. These are built in the 30s. I believe, I don't want to give you guys the wrong year, but I'm going to assume 33 to 39, right before the start of World War II. These are all made of metal, no plastic on here except the front headlights. This one, yeah, this one needs to be restored. This one still needs a good cleaning to it. It was part of a it was part of a collection I received, and this was on the floor in their basement. And it actually has all kinds of weird stuff on here. I'm gonna have to clean all of that off. But you can use WD-40 on the shells to clean them. It keeps them nice and pretty and prevents rusting. So it works.
I say that one's your favorite because you have like a bajillion of them, and even when you see them, you get mad if you don't, or well, not mad, but you get upset if you don't get it.
Yeah, I've purchased for the last 8 train shows I've been to. I've picked one up because they're usually like 40 to 50 bucks. If I think I paid 80 for one, but it came with the tender. So and that's all USD because we're over here in the US of A. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I now have 7 down there. Let me fix the mic really quick. Sorry for the noise.
Sorry for the noise too.
Let's see. Yeah, this mic stand does not want to work. There we go. I missed some comments here. I'm sorry. Used to ride Norristown Center to Philly on the trails. There are tons of rail trails. The one I was at Saturday was technically a rail trail. Running a little late tonight, cooking dinner. But it's getting there. What are you guys having? Or Randall, what are you guys having for dinner tonight? GFW. Yes, love it. Yeah, that was what got started me in. Or sorry, that's not even legible English. That's what got started me. That's what started me into the realm of post pre-war trains. I can't talk right now.
I was thinking about Best Buy the other night.
Oh man.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, Jamie, I love the style news. It's all the streamline, old school, pre-war, streamline era trains. I think what's cool with those. They're supposed to represent the Pennsy K4. I don't know what I think they called it. I forgot what class they put it in, but it might have been called an S class because it was streamlined. But it was like a K4S because of the streamlined body.
No.
Yeah, Nikki's having difficulty over there. Yeah, that glue, it's good stuff, but gotta act quick or
It dries within like 10 seconds. What
Yep.
the heck? I don't like it.
it's welding. So let's see. Wide spectrum of likes. Seen 2 trains tonight, MTH GP9 and a pre-war Lionel. Woohoo. Yeah, so other news on the track. So last week we had a special appearance. We actually had a couple of larger channels stop by. We actually had Country Bunker stop by and say hi. So if he checks in tonight, that'd be awesome.
Occasionally JP stops.
And yeah, occasionally JP Video stops by and RJ stops by as well. So those are awesome channels. They do a lot of train stuff, a lot of exploring, awesome channels, great people. So if they stop by too, it'd be awesome. But let's see. Oh, so last week I sat out. It was funny. So Country Bunker came in, said, "Hey, that's an awesome train," and it was one of my B&O Berkshire engines that I've been wanting to fix for the better part of a year. Of course, I had it up on the track. He's like, "Yeah, it's a great engine," and I was like, "Well, it's broken." So he's like, "Well, that's a looker," or he said something like that, and I was like, "Well, it's broken." So tonight, I actually have that on my outer rail, and the tether was broken. If you guys have ever used tethers on trains, they're kind of a pain. Basically, the tender contains all of the reversing components and the sound card components. The engine is just left with the motor and some other components, like your lights and your smoke unit. So the tether on that broke. I had to solder it all back together.
I think you're right, Wicked. I think that glue might work terrifically compared to what I'm working with at the moment.
Let's see. Oh, he's having chicken, a quick fix, mashed potatoes. Awesome, awesome. The ones that come in the pouches. Yep. Yeah, those are cool. We try all kinds of stuff here. Testers makes a similar brush, glue. Yeah, tester stuff is
That's
great.
a good suggestion too, Jamie.
Yeah, we'll pick her up some of that if I can find it. It's expensive.
Depends on how the rest of this goes tonight. Who knows? I could get better with this glue over time, and the whole thing could be assembled before the end of the live.
Yeah.
Or it'll take me a week and a half, and we will have to go get more glue.
The goal is for her to reveal this by the end of the live. So she has like, well, technically I could live stream for like 24 hours, but you guys wouldn't want that. Can I buy a
Coffee?
Yes. I had to hook up the old coffee here. So here's cheers to Old Bay. So
It's the Maryland pride in us.
nice cold coffee. I made this like 2 hours ago. I looked down at my computer and I was like, oh, it's like 6 o'clock. I should create the stream thumbnail. So I made coffee and then the computer was acting up. I was trying to download a video onto the cloud, and the cloud said, no way, dude, your storage is filled, all this stuff. And I was like, well, I'm making coffee. I'm gonna get my trains together up here for you guys. But coffee's now cold-ish, but it's still delicious. It's Does anyone want to guess what coffee we got tonight?
I could try them.
No, let them choose. I'll give you guys a hint. It's a Pennsylvania fill-up station brand. Yes. No, don't use that. Yeah, Nikki pointed out super glue. She's like, "Can I use this?" I'm like, "No, no super glue. You have to stick with the plastic weld." The super glue is worse. It'll actually get on your hands and create a mess. Let's see. Bourbon. I wish it was bourbon, but no, not tonight. Wawa. I wish, but it is not. It's close to Wawa. It's from Pennsylvania. I'll give you guys that. So it is a fill-up station in Pennsylvania. It's a big one. GFW. We streamed for 24 hours once. It was fun. Did you do that with ours trains by any chance? Because I knew there was a big those guys did like a live stream for 24. I'd love to do that. I have to talk to my neighbors first that live on the other side of my wall here. But
Does Jamie have it right?
let's see. It was a lot of fun, but it's a 2K special. Yeah, the 100 sub, I want maybe for 1,000 subs. If you guys can help me get up to 1,000 subs, I'll do a 24-hour live stream. My hand to the sky, or sorry, my right hand. I will do a 24-hour live stream if I get 1,000 subs. You guys can hold me to it. Let's see. Jamie, you're right. Yes, it is Sheets coffee that I got out of the Sheets next to Knoebels on the way home.
Did you get it
Yeah. They had Sheets sells K cups, and I live on K cups when I go to work and stuff. So let's see. Holly, nice tea. No, it's coffee. Based in Altoona, where there's trains. Yes, Altoona is a giant train destination. I'd love to get out there one of these days. It's another location I think I need an easy pass to get to Pennsylvania or the Penna Turnpike, all that good stuff. That was our channel that did it. No way. Okay. See, I'll hold me to it. If you got 1,000 subs here, I'll do the 24-hour live stream.
I only know of one Sheets in Maryland.
Be really cool. Really hoping you can get to 1,000 subs. So, guys, I think we're at 82 subs right now, or 81. It kind of changes. I didn't lose any subs. I think it was like it might have been spam subs. Like I had a couple comments. If you guys are familiar to uploading YouTube videos, sometimes you get like some weird. It's like in a Russian text, and it'll have like a timestamp. It's a phony comment. It's like spam. I've had a couple of those, but I found a couple of the subscribers YouTube pointed out to me saying like they're phony. So I had like 84, and then 2 of them were phony and went down to 82. So it is what it is. But I've gotten to 80 subscribers in 3 months. So we're definitely growing as a channel. I love doing this.
Yeah, you're right, Jamie. We're in Sheets territory, but we're also in Rutter's territory.
Yeah, we are in Rudders, mostly Rudders than Sheets, but there's a Sheets 12 miles or so away up in York. But most of this is Rudders, and their gas prices are going through the roof. It's like almost $3 a gallon over here.
I think that's a lot of places in this area.
Yeah, a lot of PA, the gas is going up to $3 a gallon. It was like $2.74, and then I was like, man, this is crazy. I'll just buy gas in Maryland, and that's what I've been doing. Samista comment at Southern. We got those down here now. Sheets. Yeah, I love Sheets. Between Sheets, Wawa, Rudders is kind of strange because I've been in some Rudders that have like a really good food section. But the one I was in the other day, I won't disclose it where, it was not a Rudders food distributor or kitchen. It was like a separate private kitchen using the rudder space, and the food wasn't that good. Like I'm usually not one to complain about food, but it was bad. It was kind of expensive too, but I didn't. They didn't have like the prices um displayed very well. So, oh man, I'm missing all these comments.
Wow. Thank you, GFW.
I can't see his comment. It went, oh, cool. We will promote your stream on our next live stream. Thank you so much. Yeah, you guys are great. I'll have to look at your channel as well. I know you're new, so I mean, I'll definitely look through it. But I love to join in if you guys ever do like a StreamYard thing or a StreamYard collaboration. I'd love to join in and run some stuff. There's a Rudders by me. This is Jamie's comment, but mostly Wawa here. Lehigh Valley has a few sheets now. Yeah, I wish we had more sheets here, but I think it would put Rudders out of business. We have a Tom's, which is used to be a big deal when I was a kid. Like it used to be considered like a giant gas station. They had like everything, but it's kind of dingy, to be honest with you.
It shows its age.
Yeah, they reconstructed their color schemes. It used to be like this weird pink and green, like real hot pink and like a real 90s looking green. It used to have like a cool like cat looking dude with sunglasses for Toms, and then they used to advertise like low cigarettes or something. I was like, yeah, whatever. Let's see. A few videos I made years ago racing, made them all private. Yeah, I have a private YouTube. It was a channel I made in high school that had my full name in it, and I was like, no, I don't want this out here. Now that I'm out into the big world here. 281 last weekend for gas. Let's see. Yeah, it is a really high gas price. It's insane. And it's gonna go up and up and up, unfortunately. Hey Lakwana, how's it going? I'm glad you're here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to start crunching now. Only a month to go before scale train rivet counter is in stock. Hoping land a BNSF model. Yeah, I definitely want to check out some more BNSF stuff and also some NS stuff. Maybe get some heritage units up here if I can find one used or something that's not crazy price. Let's see. Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It scared me. I was like, Quick Trip is our favorite gas station. I've never heard of them. That's pretty cool. Like we used to have when I lived down in Maryland, we used to have Valero commercials, and then there's no Valeros around. And then I remember when recently all of the Hess stations turned to Marathon stations. They turned back to Marathon, or Marathon came back. So I don't know if that's still a thing, but I miss Hess because those Hess trucks are so cool. I only have a handful of them, but I had relatives that had every other Hess truck of every year and stuff like that. Shout out will be coming for me soon for me. Thank you so much, Lock. Oh wait, is that for Henry Lackawanna? BNSF and N scale too. I found out we have BNSF hub south of town. Yeah, I wish we had you guys closer with because all we have is NS and CSX, and it's getting kind of boring. I like their color scheme with BNSF. It's a really nice classic color scheme. Nah, no gas stations bring back the passenger. Yeah, I would love to go on a passenger train. Amtrak brings in a lot of money if you want to buy a ticket. Like I'd love to take a train to Florida because when you go to Florida, no one really drive, or if you go to Disney, you don't usually have to drive. If I could take a train to Florida and then not have to drive, that would be an awesome experience. I don't care if it's overnight, it's still a passenger train. We'll stay in touch next crossing. I really like the content on your channel. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, you guys are the channel too. I mean, if without you guys, I wouldn't have a channel. So thank you guys. Oh, Lackawanna's gonna promote me. Thank you. Thank you so much. I was confused. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, Lackawanna is awesome. He helped me find some Lackawanna engines off uh, of eBay and such. I'm keeping my eye out for some when I maybe when I get the stimulus check or my tax return stuff. The tax return is going to happen, so maybe I'll put that into a train or something like that. But if we get another stimulus, I might buy a train, then you know, go from there. Used to go to local Hess to buy a truck every year. I know I can get them online. Stop buying them after the gas stations went away. Yeah, I actually had an aunt that got me their Formula One car when I was in high school. It's almost 10 years ago at this point. That was awesome. It actually had a baby car, like the hood lifted up. I don't I don't have any of the Hess cars up here, but the boxes are up here. They're all down in my office in the basement. Let's see. Can get cheap milk, eggs, and bananas. Hess was bought by Speedway, and rumor is 7-Eleven is buying Speedway. Yeah, hopefully they don't take their gas formula with them. Like I've had horrible experiences with 7-Eleven's gas. Like the performance and everything was just garbage. But I like 7-Eleven in general. I don't buy their gas. I mean, awesome store. Um, their food has improved too. Like their quick serve stuff and then fresh food and coffee. I love 7-Eleven coffee too.
I like their taquitos.
Yeah, the taquitos are good. I'm a sucker for taquitos and Mexican food or like Hispanic style food or Southern, all over it. What is your favorite railroad? Let me drink to that.
Excuse me.
What do you guys think my favorite railroad is? I'll ask you guys.
I know.
Let's see. Quick Trip bought Stop and Goes here. Hey Gus, how's it going, bud? Thank you for those videos. The video you made on the channel or about our channel, that was awesome. And I love seeing, like I said, I always like seeing the humor and stuff on his channel. Guys, check out Gus's channel if you need a good pick me up or a good laugh. Little bit of railroad humor, and it's just a good time. BNO, no, unfortunately, I can't say the BNO is my favorite. Norfolk Southern, not really. I appreciate them though, but they took over. I just give you guys a clue. Norfolk Southern uses a lot of my favorite railroads tracks. Erie, Lackawanna, not my favorite. I like them.
Related to your favorite?
It's slightly related to a favorite. Southern got my favorite railroad. Yeah, Pennsylvania Railroad's my favorite. Because I don't even know. Like it's because the innovations and everything that they came up with, just the globalization they did back in the day, trying to conquer. Basically, I did a whole report, and Amy said BNO. BNO was one of my favorites. I just wasn't too into like their main mission statement. I did like a report back in college on the B&O. Basically, their whole mentality was we're going to go as far west as we can go. Everyone said we want to get to the gateway of the West, St. Louis. So a lot of railroads, if you look at a map, actually stopped in St. Louis and picked up after that. So the B&O basically fought to get to St. Louis. That was their main. From what I remember doing that whole project, that was their main get up, pretty much doing a luxury passenger service out to the west. And it is I think the B&O is the first railroad in the United States, from what they tell at the museum, all of the predecessors and such. Yeah, Pennsylvania. Yeah, GFW, Pennsylvania Railroad guy. Yep, I do like. I'm not a Penn Central fan. I think that was rough. It is a shadow of railroad history, unfortunately. I do like Conrail because they were trying to pull out of that whole Penn Central thing. It was really trying to help. I think they did more damage than love, but I do think Conrail had better intentions than Penn Central. Penn Central was a weird time in railroad history.
Oh,
Our whole house just fell down. No, I'm just kidding.
no, it didn't. Actually, I've got a pretty good frame going on part of it.
It's got a good frame. Quick Trip has their own dairy. Oh, cool. Yeah, Rural Farms up near us uses their own dairy products. That's all around Baltimore. Some PA stuff. They have Rural Farms.
I miss Row Farms. Their chicken was great.
GFW, you guys have train mass. I'll have to check them out. H Train, maybe one of your YouTubes can mention you guys out. Yeah, I can do a shout out video if you guys wanted to. If when we get to 100 subs, I'll do a shout out video. If I can find a list of all my subs, I can do a shout out for all that. But whatever live stream, I'll just take notes and stuff. All right, so let's get some trains running. I saw Southern said trains. All right, we spin you guys around. See if I get that StreamYard going, I don't have to do this. All right, so camera's crooked. I apologize for that. All right, so up on my higher track, hopefully the camera stays. There we go. I'm running a pre-war engine. I forgot I should know the numbers on the train. Let's see, I'll bring her around. For some reason, it's shorting out. All right. I'm gonna have to actually grab it and pull it back. It's over the switch. It's old. She's an old train. But these are all pre-war cars on here, so you know, it is what it is. Oops. No. All right, let's see if I can get it to move now. All right, so that is stuck there. So I don't know what's up with that. So I'm going to fix that while our other two trains are moving around. But this is a very early pre-war set from this whole era of cars here. But I believe the cars are older than the engine. The cars are probably from the 1920s. Basically, I have a tanker car hidden behind the billboard. I have a hopper, a boxcar, and then a caboose all in line. So let's see. I'm going to bring you guys down here. I'll pull in the other two engines I'm going to run down here.
Henry said turn on the haunted railroad crossing.
Oh yeah, great. My favorite. Yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, so my crossing gates are hooked up to an IR. You can see it now in the shot. So behind the crossing gate is an IR sensor or infrared. And basically what happens is that when the train rides by it, it's supposed to go off. Well, because of different light and all kinds of other stuff, they go off on their own. When I'm up here by myself, I don't turn them on, but we were just joking around the last couple streams that they're haunted. So it's my haunted crossing gates. So I'm going to turn them on once we get things rolling around so it's not interrupting. So let's see. First, I'm going to pull around the inner track. I'm going to have to actually lock the E unit on this one. All right. I may actually end up taking some of these cars off this train. So guys, this is my 2026 Lionel post-war. Let me spin that around. This was featured in my last Knicks reviews, episode 2. I'm planning on releasing one review every week, and this was last week's episode. Between now and then, I actually upgraded the smoker in this unit in the act of preserving this engine. So I didn't want the liquid smoke unit in here to I didn't want the pellet smoke unit in here just in case someone were to come over or whatever and put liquid in the pellet and it would completely destroy this engine. So the consist of this train got a classic Sunoco, 2 Lehigh Valley hoppers, and an old 027 Baby Ruth with the Pennsylvania Keystone right on the boxcar there. These are all 027 cars, so these all go together around the same time frame. I think the Baby Ruth, is there a build date on there? Yeah, sometimes it says BLT, built by Lionel, and has like the little date. I believe the hoppers do.
Doesn't stand for bacon, lettuce, and tomato?
No.
Dang.
So the hoppers, the Lehigh Valley hoppers actually say built in 48 right on the end. So those hoppers and possibly the Sunoco would have come with this set back in the day. The caboose, let's see if it's got it as well. Yes, the caboose was built in 1947. So the engine, 2026 was built, from what I found out in the reviews, they're built, I believe, in the late 40s or so. I forgot the exact year. I have that all on the review. But there's another run of the 2026 that's from 51 to 53. So before I get this one cranking around, I might have to remove a car or two. It's having issues pulling around. I'm going to pull in the Berkshire here. All right. So this engine, I'll pull the camera back. Oh, like I said, everything's in reverse. So I'm struggling here a little bit. There we go. So this is a B&O Berkshire. If anyone knows out there, I don't even think the B&O ran Berkshire engines, or at least they didn't call them Berkshires. There's another name for it. We actually talked about it the last stream. I forgot who knew in the channel, but yeah, there's another name for these engines on the CNO side, at least, CNO Railroad. So it's a 4.6.4 with a giant. Yes, there you go. GFW's got it right on the money. So I'm not sure if that's considered that name, but definitely a giant engine. The tether in here was a pain in the butt. Basically, one of the leads came out, and it was the most important one. It was the power going from the tender to the engine. This thing weighs a ton. It's a Williams model, a couple years ago, so it's a giant. Let's see. RNN 425. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. It's purdy. It is. It is it's a nice piece. She runs really quiet. I mean, I'm running with some Sino cars. So let's get these trains moving around. And the crossing gates are now on. I would say it's smoking a little too great. I'm like smoking out the attic up here. Just as a reference, my smoke detector is right there. So, whoops, let me get that off the cord there. Yeah, I haven't experienced the smoke detector yet, so hopefully not tonight. But I'm gonna give that engine a little bit of a break. It's actually the first or second time running the 2026 with cars behind it, but I guess it's whew. Yeah, it's hard to like breathe up here with that. I'm running the Lionel smoke fluid through it. It's like it smells like engine oil. So I'm gonna try to get that pre-war engine, but in the meantime, I'll run the B&O and get that going. Live dangerously, smoke big. You know, I have my K4 underneath the shelf from it's a PS1 that was on last week's stream, and everyone was like, "Man, that thing smokes great." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, you agree." We'll run it again. I'm gonna run the outer train first, and then I'm gonna see if I can get the top rail fixed, get her running. That's a cool little engine, and also has a whistling tender. So we're gonna get that hooked up. So get this train rolling. All right, so we're gonna try. Let's see if we can get this top engine to work. Just need a little bit of a push. The leader truck was off for some reason. Let's see, missed some comments here. Yeah, a super smoke unit. It's just one of those resistor smoke units. So it's actually in the conversion kit. If you guys want a video on how to do that, just let me know. I'll show you guys how to put one of those together. It's a whole kit you can get off of like I got them from a local guy, but he gets them through a distributor. But usually on eBay, it's just the resistor, you get the plastic replacement cap, and then what's you get like a piece of shrink, you get the resistor, and then a piece of it basically goes over top. It's like a piece of wick that goes over top the resistor, so it wicks up all the smoke fluid and burns it. But yeah, B&O has a nice whistle. It's got like the stock whistle, so this engine might be a great contender for an ERR upgrade, electric railroad. But the prices that they have are a little too crazy for right now. I might just stick to a diesel. So let's try to get this train up top running. Let's see what we got. All right. All right. Cross your fingers. See if she can do it. All right, we're moving. And this whistle's pretty cool too. All right, let's get all three rolling here. Yeah, I'm smoking myself out up here. Nikki's house is like 80% done, so I'm gonna switch out the 2026.
80. I would say
Bare bones. So she's got a frame. It's got a frame.
It's got a frame.
It's a dwelling.
It'll have windows soon.
Oh man.
We made it this far, which is progress. So I'll take it.
But I'm sorry I missed the comments. It's so loud when these trains are running and stuff. It wouldn't. I hate to yell over you guys. Oh, there they go. Yes, the crossing gates are cursed. So you guys might see that. I'll leave them on for comedic effect. But yeah, the layout is a 12 by 4 or 4 by 12. Technically, it's 4 by 12. Minus a couple of inches here and there. But I do want to extend the platform to be like an L, and then either go up one more tier or put another track in the center. So I'm actually gonna turn them off for a second. But yeah, I mean, I've got a lot more work to do on here. 2 weeks ago I paved the road, so that all looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's the ghost crossing. Yeah. Well, the other week we actually had someone. I think it's JP Videos is like, hey, try turning off the lights and run the trains in the dark. In the dark, I can't speak. So I will do that if you guys want. Do a night run here up in the attic. I'm gonna switch out the 2026 to probably a diesel just to change it up. The train on top, I'm gonna give a break for a second because she's old.
Oh,
Randall, you lost another Rail Crew Express van? Oh my god. Electrical problem in the heater. Ouch. Yeah, you guys need heat. One of our local trains, I found it the other day, 3 out of the 4 of their traction motors fried just because it's an old engine. I won't disclose the railroad or where it's at, but they were telling me that they lost 3 out of the 4 motors, and the train is permanently parked until they can fix it. So that one of these days they'll get it fixed. It's a historic engine, but yeah. But I'm gonna switch out the 2026. I'm gonna leave the same cars. I'm just gonna give this engine a break and let this room air out a little bit. It smells good. I like the smell of the smoke and stuff. I like that oil smell, but it's a little
hard to breathe.
yeah, and I can actually see like a nice little haze up here. It's kind of cool. So if you guys want to do a night run, like I turn off all the lights and stuff, let the trains run around in the dark, just let me know. But I'm gonna grab another piece of motive power, swap her out. Actually, I still have to show you guys the Berkshire. So I'll put that on the track. How about that? So let me move her up. All right. Belongs on the shelf. All right, where's my? Oh, this one's heavy. Yep. Make sure you don't get anything on these. All right, I got 1 vote for the night run. All right. Yeah, I'll show this off first. So last week, here, I'll put her right here. So if you guys were here last week, and if you guys are new, always welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Last week, I showed the blue Berkshire engine here. I'll get the camera pointed down. So I showed you guys this one, and I showed you guys the other Berkshire, the post-war, that back then they would have called a full-scale, but this is a full-scale locomotive. I believe one of my subscribers was asking me, do you have anything that's full-scale? Yes, this is full-scale. This is a giant full-scale model. It's not 027. It really should have, I think 042 is the minimum radius curve. 072 is highly recommended, and anything above that if you guys have the space for it. So this is a Berkshire, and I'm going to move her in reverse. And you guys might remember this from last week. Whoops.
Oh, that's how that works.
Does that look familiar to anyone? I told you guys I was going to do a video possibly of repainting and restoring this engine. And here she is all painted up. It was all grayed out before. It had a lot of pitting and stuff, and I tried my best to bring this back. So let's see. Night run. So I got 3 votes on the night run. Okay. So we're going to do a night run for sure. But actually, I won't run this. It actually is missing a part on the inside. But this has all been repainted. I'm doing the video on that. Like I always tell you guys, I like things to be original and as genuine as possible. If possible, this engine really needed help. Tons of pitting. The paint was peeling off. I stripped all of it off and just went to town on this thing. It looks brand new. Normally, I'd never do that with an engine. I only do that with like the chassis if they're rusted through. So, this is the 736 Lionel post-war Berkshire, all repainted. Internals just need a little bit of work. Also has an upgraded smoke unit. So, yeah, I won't run this tonight. I'm going to put something else on that track. So, you guys will have to check out the video to see her run. And then maybe next Monday, I'll put her on the track for us. This is going back on your table here.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Yeah. Let's see what's a cool engine to put on that center track.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I think you know my answer.
Yeah. All right, guys. So here we go. And these tenders, these post-war tenders weigh a ton with the whistle in them. So it's a lot of fun, though.
Just for a progress update on the house, guys, it has a roof and chimneys
Woohoo! So
and a frame.
and a frame.
So we're getting there.
Yeah, it is all smoky up here. I love it. All right, so I got that engine hooked up. Hopefully you guys didn't see too much of that engine. And then I'll just place this down here. On the outer track, I'll run that GP9 because I already have it out. I'm going to have to transplant this B&O. It weighs a ton. So this guy is all die cast, everything, even the tender, all die cast. So, and it's all geared. It doesn't free spin like some of the other post-war stuff. So I have to pick up all in one and then find a nice cozy home for it on the floor for now. It's been a really long time since I've ran this GP. All right.
Is it on the track right?
Yeah, it's this.
It looks crooked.
Which one?
Stand there.
No, you're right. It's off. I thought you were talking about the GP. I was like, what? All right. So the top rail I'm going to leave alone for a little bit. Let that train cool down. Normally it wouldn't be even. It doesn't look like as many cars, but back in the day it only came with like a handful of cars. The GP9, for anyone new here, got at a train show a few years ago. and is one of my favorite engines of the collection. With the Western Maryland, I've heard people call this the Circus paint scheme. Um, it is what it is. I've heard that from multiple people. Call it the circus train. And on my outer track, we have a Santa Fe F unit there, or FA. Um, let's see. Yeah, I believe Randall saw this engine, the FA unit run, but the GP is going to be new. I haven't run this guy in a couple streams, so it's going to get very loud. The GP engine actually turned it down. It's one of the loudest diesels I own. The Santa Fe is not as loud, but is just as much fun. So I'm going to get the lights off, then we're going to get to rolling some trains here. Let's see, did I miss any? Nice train. Thanks. Thank you so much. Check out my friend's YouTube channel, Tyler Knoll, RC Racing. Next couple. Let's see. Well, it's Nick's Crossing because of Nikki and I actually have to update. Maybe next week I'll get it done. In the back it says next to the department store, it says like Kitty City Trains or something, or Kitty City Toys. It's a Lionel model. It's literally a Lionel production model. I just don't like the name of it. It's kind of weird. So I'm going to put Nick's Crossing trains on it. And I'm going to work on getting a sign made for the back wall here with the channel name. I think that B&O steam engine is a Hudson. The boiler is Williams, but based off the 773 Lionel Hudson boiler. What is the wheel arrangement of the B&O engine? It's a 464. The box said Berkshire, but if you have, if you believe it's a Hudson, I believe you more than a box. Like, I've gotten some weird Williams stuff in the past. I think they're bringing it around. I officially dub it a Hudson. Old toy store that went out of business, Kitty City. So maybe it is designed after that, but yeah, I want to change it. I actually have some kit bash parts. I'll make a nice signboard up there with some nice painted sign. I'll go on I can go on the computer and print out a nice sign. It says like Nick's Crossing on it, or Nick's Crossing headquarters, or Nick's Crossing train. I'll think of something. All right, let's get these lights out. We turn on the crossing gates. All right, miss, I'm gonna have to, let's see. There's one light out. Whoops. Sorry, guys. All right. Crawling around on the floor. Do a video of this? Yeah, we'll do it. Looks great. Let's see. What does your shirt say? Actually have. I don't always stop at trains, and
I don't always stop and look at trains. Oh wait, yes I do.
Oh wait, yes I do. Sorry, I'm reading it backwards because the camera. This is a Christmas gift from Nikki's mom. I wear this whenever I go rail fanning and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I will do a video like this. I'm going to leave the ring light on. Actually, let's see. Well, is that better? I think it looks pretty cool. Hey, real fan Roger, how's it going? You're just in time for the night run. All right, you guys ready? It's going to get loud. So loud and rowdy trains up here. We're going to run the 2 diesels on the lower. Might get a run from the post-war engine. You might see some sparks fly. So here we go.
Shady's back. Tell a friend.
What?
I was responding to a real friend Roger because he said, "Look who's back. Back again."
Thank you so much, Randall. Thanks, Jamie. So here we go. Let's start with the Jeep. And she is nice and loud. So if any comments come through, I'll try to type it out. But if not, I'll be back. So here we go. Yeah, Nikki's got a ring light back there. The Lionel's a little jumpy compared to the proto sound on the first track. It does the whole. It does some rail talk, and then if you leave it on the track long enough, it actually does a 2 horn blast and then goes on its own. So that's something really cool. I'm going to wait for that to happen. In the meantime, I'll run the Lionel. My top track there, I think it shorted out. Oh, no, she didn't short out. Yeah, the Western Maryland's is full of detail, and being for how old it is, I mean, this engine, I think it's from like 97 or 98. All Proto Sound 1. I mean, I love these engines. Let's see what other. Blame Heath. You get the Santa Fe running here. Good night, Jamie. Thank you so much for being here.
Good night, Jamie, and thank you. Hopefully you'll be able to see us next week, if not on the live then.
Nikki said good night as well. I don't know if you guys heard her, but Nikki said good night. Yeah, this Santa Fe is like really, really kind of weak compared to the MTH. Let's see. I know if you leave it here, it's gonna do a 2 horn blast and then go forward. It's really cool. So I wonder if I have to move the throttle up and down. But yeah, GFW, I don't know if you saw. So I'm using an MRC dual power that works really well for running stuff conventionally. You can hook it up to a command system, but if you're going to do a command system, I recommend using a yeah, it seems like it's running those 2 sound programs. But yeah, I'm using an MRC dual power. So if you guys can pick one of these up, if you're running O scale, it's all AC. Great transformer. It has a bunch of gauges on it. You can see your amperage, your voltage, and it also has a circuit breaker built in. So that's very helpful. Hey, good night, GFW. Thank you so much. Yeah, Nikki said good night as well, if you heard her or not. Thank you so much for being here. It's been awesome having you here. And thank you for your compliments. I just saw that. You're a great channel. Thank you so much. What do you think about... Here, let's see. And it shuts down once you leave power off. And then it gives out this like fart sound. It's kind of funny because the battery's power and everything down. What do you think about... Wait, hold up. We will see you around the roundhouse. Thank you so much for sharing tonight. And Nick's Crossing and Nikki. Hey, thank you so much, GFW. Be safe out there. I know things are crazy, but stay safe. We'll see you around. Randall said, "What do you think about scale trains acquiring MTH's HO and S scale tooling?" Um, I'm just hoping that they do it right. Um, I just think they.
I hear Catzilla.
Oh, Catzilla's back. Oh. I'm not exactly sure. I don't own any scale train stuff, but I know that they're a different company than what I'm used to seeing. So I'm not exactly sure where that's going to go. I wasn't too impressed with the stuff Lionel was making out of S gauge. Like they acquired the American Flyer stuff. I thought that was kind of dirty. They also back in the day they acquired all the K line stuff. If you guys remember that, I liked K line. I have some of their stuff. It's when it was K line by itself, just K line. I think they were a much better product. There go the gates. It scared me. Whoops. I turned off the town. Whoops. There we go. Good morning. So I thought that was kind of a dirty trick when like it was like K line by Lionel or some of their stuff was like it was all right, but it was not the same. Let's just say that. I'll be nice. Because I have a little bit of everything,
Did I?
Yeah, Catzilla's on the ground. She's like it's dark, whatever.
No, I think I hit her tail with my chair.
She'll be okay. Um, keep it weird, okay? I just saw that. Yeah, Gus, K-Line was great. I agree, man. I wish K-Line could come back. I wish there was more competition out there other than the big three. I would just call it the big three or big four of O scale. You have Lionel, you got your MTH stuff, you got your Atlas stuff and the modeling community, and then you got your what's the other one? I can't even think of it. There was Weaver. Weaver stuff is awesome. It's really it's really interesting stuff, but um I just wish there's more competition out there. That's all. Oh, that's a topic I know a ton about, the Lionel and K-Line thing. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear about it because I've got two engines that are strictly K-Line, and then I have one engine that you can tell that K-Line totally influenced, and it was a Lionel engine. It might have been just kind of like swept under the rug, you know, almost the same exact like electrical pickups and stuff. A lot of the RS3s that came out in the late 90s, man, it basically was a K line kit bash in Lionel, and Lionel just did not do it any justice. Like it had no weight to it, didn't has no pulling power, all plastic gears. I think that was mostly on Lionel's part because I have two RS3. I believe they're Alco RS3s, and one of them has no pulling power at all. I can pull like two or three NPC weight cars, and then after you know, basically I have another RS3 that can barely pull like two or three passenger cars. It's pretty weak. When K-Line went bankrupt, same overseas manufacturer was making both Lionel and K-Line trains. The manufacturer was K-Line's biggest creditor. That's what I think would happen because I like the RS3s I have. I could put them next to each other and then compare them to. I have two. They're like what do you call them? Like transit, BNO like style transit or buggy, or I guess you guys would call them doodle bug style transits. And the tooling and everything's just like a Lionel, but it's like a cheaper, way cheap K line. It's not even like a fair shot to call it K line. But then I have an expensive K line engine. It's I think it's an MP15 switcher engine that's beautifully done. All the motors are down on the trucks and they're nice and heavy, and all metal gears and everything. It's awesome. Randall says, personally, I'm really excited to see what Scale Trains does with the MTH tooling. I own a lot of Scale Trains HO stuff, and they're amazing. And the ESU lockdown decoders are awesome. Yeah, I'm completely blind to like the decoder world of stuff. I want to get to know it. Like I just don't know anything about it. Um oh man, it's a whole nother realm. But I do appreciate it. I think it's amazing to run multiple trains on the same track. I think it's an awesome concept and I have nothing against it. Um I'm not really cool with some of the direction that um like Lionel's going with some of the starter sets with like the remote, basically like the oh, what do you call it? Like the Bluetooth remote, because you get a starter set, and then if you get it like let's just say you buy 5 starter sets or whatever, you're gonna have like 5 separate Bluetooth remotes unless you get their app. So it's just kind of different. I don't know. Overseas manufacturing is in line to take over K line. They took over Lionel would have been yeah, I agree with that. Does anyone have any of the newer Lionel stuff with the Bluetooth capabilities in it? I know Henry's got H Train, or Henry's got the Hot Wheels set he was telling me about that probably uses the Bluetooth. The what is it? My Santa Fe that's in the tunnel right now has it's basically all the technology right before the Bluetooth stuff. Do you guys enjoy the Bluetooth stuff? Or you think it's worth picking up? Good night, Amy. Oh, we got Catzilla in the train garden. I did read through the catalog, so oh god, there she is.
She's terrorizing the town at night now.
Look at that.
Oh, she almost knocked over the
She's Gemma's super careful on the train guard. It's hilarious. She's a gentle giant. She like just is gonna sit
in the most inconvenient spot.
right on camera too. There you go. Get out of here. Nope, she's gonna sit there.
Oh, she's a loaf.
She's loafing on the tracks. That's pretty funny.
She's like, this is fine.
Yes, it's cool. I'm on the Lion Chief kick. I have 5 sets. Yeah, I want to pick up one just to mess around with. And I did read through Lionel's catalog. It's just some of it was cool, some of it was like but I did like a lot of the starter sets. I think they came with a lot of cool and interesting cars. Totally worth picking up. Just don't use the line out because they want to use your microphone on your phone to listen. Yeah, I'll just stick to Bluetooth. I'm old school. Or I'll just flip it in conventional mode and run it up here. I think it comes to S scale. Scale Trains is really going to give Lionel a run for their money now that the Scale Trains has MTH's S. That's going to be cool. I would like to see S scale come back, or S gauge. I don't own any S gauge. I've said multiple times on the channel, like nothing against S gauge. I just was not a flyer kid growing up, but the gentleman who I acquired a lot of this collection through basically had thousands and thousands of dollars in S gauge, but I didn't want it. I just, out of respect, I said, look, this needs to go to a better home. Hey, it's JP. Yeah, I just saw the comment. I'm so sorry. How's it going over there? You guys getting snow or anything? Because we're getting freezing rain down here. Neighbors of the South. I think it comes to S scale. Okay, so give Lionel. Okay, sorry, I missed that comment. They like swapped. That's weird. Lionel had to make arrangements to come into the bankruptcy of K-Line, acquire K-Line's assets. then fade out. That's interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting world. I mean, it's. I know it's all cutthroat. It's business. It's not. It's not fun and games. It's all business. But I just wish K-Line could come back. Lionel, I'm sure they have the tooling. I'm sure they incorporate that tooling in some of their engines. I've forgotten the name of the overseas manufacturer. It's not a problem. Yeah, I'll have to try out some Bluetooth stuff. The sets are becoming more affordable. I did notice that in the new catalog. I think their starter sets are way more affordable than the MTH starter sets that are coming out. But I just hope the cars and stuff last. I did do a review. I did a video on that. I have a Lionel, what would you call it? Pensy Flyer set, and then I compared it to an MTH set, but the price point was like $200 or $300 in difference. So insane price points. Not sure who will get the O scale tooling though. I'm starting to hear that. Yeah, I've heard the Menards thing too. I'm not exactly sure because I don't know if Menards would produce motive power, but they definitely get the car tooling. GP says rain and freezing rain with a severe ice warning. Holy crap, man. Yeah, be careful out there. Snow on Thursday. Yeah, I was just telling everyone the tunnel video was like impossible trying to navigate through and everything. It was crazy. I was following an old Norfolk Southern line that still has catenary lines and stuff where they used to run GG1s right outside of Columbia, Pennsylvania. It was a lot of fun, but I was slipping and sliding. I fell a couple times. I'm still sore, but I walked like 10 miles that day. It was awesome. Yeah, how much ice are you guys getting down there? I was gonna say Randall. Yeah, Randall's Randall's cold as well. He's in the freezing zone there. Sam Han SA, check the spelling from Korea. Now that's interesting because this uh, GP9, was made in Korea as well, and the Korean boards, from what I've heard, are better than the Chinese manufactured boards. This engine's giving me no problems at all. I just replaced the batteries, and yeah, Gemma's under the mountain, so that's fine with me.
That's progress considering where she was.
Yeah, she was loafing on the tracks. So if you guys have cats, they loaf. They do the front paw thing. It's adorable, but yeah, she's in her mountain now. So part of the reason why I didn't put any scenery in the mountains, but I might do like an underground coal mine scene back there. You guys will see on the action cam. Hey, Lionel Collector, how's it going? Hope you're staying safe out there as well.
Half an inch of ice.
Half inch of ice. Oh, that's horrible.
I slipped on the not even a quarter of an inch that we had.
Yeah, Nikki took a tumble. I looked behind me. I said, "What are you doing?" I saw she was on the ground. I was like, "Are you okay?" Like, what are you doing on the ground? I didn't realize she fell. It sounds bad, but yeah, it happened really quick. But she was all right.
And I almost slipped on the sidewalk too.
Yeah, it was rough.
It thawed out. It was okay.
Menards. Yeah, Menards is cool. I want to get some Menards stuff, and maybe I'll do an unboxing video because their cars are what, like $20 a piece. So I don't care if they're to scale or not, but it is what it is. But I'd like to see Menards get into passenger cars, and if they come out with a motive power train or a motive power of anything, I'll buy it and I'll do an unboxing. Knowing how affordable their other stuff is, it can't be that much. So their buildings are $100 a piece usually. I want to get a Taco Bell in here, so I want to put a Taco Bell if I can fit it here. Taco Bell's going to go right where the post office. We don't need the post office right now, They're already slow and behind. We don't need it in our town. We will swap it out for a Taco Bell if it can fit. If it can fit in here, I'll put a Taco Bell. If not, I'll put Taco Bell up.
We'll make it fit.
Yeah, we'll make it fit. We'll put Taco Bell over there, where that house is, or I don't care. We'll find a place. And I'll put like a fantasy menu or something. I'll print out like a fantasy menu to have all the stuff that they got rid of before the pandemic, like the loaded grillers. If you guys remember them from Taco Bell, they were my favorite. They had the loaded grillers, the volcano tacos. They got rid of that. The cheesy, was it Gordita Crunch? They got rid of those too, right before the pandemic stuff really hit. They got rid of the potatoes.
Yes, but
they brought them back.
They're going to be bringing them back in March.
So they're bringing back the potatoes in March. That's a hot news tip from Nikki. Not a Taco Bell affiliate, not a sponsor, but we love our Taco Bell. She's seen articles. And then if I ever get a supermarket, I'll make sure that they sell Baja Blast 24/7 because Baja Blast was like one of my favorites. It's a good one. So let's get running some more trains here. Randall, one of the local hobby shops in my area, some Menards freight cars, pretty good prices too. Flat car with a van. That might be a good deal. I think their normal their normal freight cars are like $20. I'm not sure what shipping's like, but usually the more you buy, they give you like a discount. So if you buy like 5, like a freight car set, they might give you like, I think $2 or $3 off. I mean, pretty cool. I need to check out Menards.
Henry, are you saying rip because I slipped on the ice? I know. It was bad.
Yeah,
Nick Vans. I had no traction because they're flat.
Yeah, Nikki took a tumble. She's good. Right? You're good.
Mm-hmm.
So
fine. All I got was a busted ankle from the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Later on in the morning, but other than that, I was fine.
Yeah, what time is it? It's 10:12. So I'm gonna do a couple more train runs here. I'm gonna sway out. Well, actually, I'll keep these engines. They're nice and loud. I think you guys like. Do you guys like these diesels, or you want to see something different out here? Bluefield Taco Bell has the grilled taco. Do we have those? The grilled tacos?
I don't know.
I did like the
I like the Bacon Club chalupa a lot. That's my favorite from Taco Bell.
Bacon Club. Yeah, the Bacon Club's pretty cool. I do miss that. They got rid of one of the guys, like from Taco Bell, they used to have like the best box ever. It was the Crunchwrap box. I think it came with a Crunchwrap Supreme, a soft or hard taco, and a 7-layer burrito and a medium drink. If you got that, I mean, you guys were set. I mean, you didn't have to order anything else. There was enough food to like keep me rolling. It was only $5. I mean, $5 like for all that food. Awesome. And then I came back one day, it was gone. And then they do like, they had like that grilled cheese. What was it? Grilled cheese burrito. Do you remember that?
Grilled cheese burrito. I love that too.
That was all right. It was kind of a mess, but yeah.
I mean, I never had a mess with it, but I liked it. It was good.
Yeah, we're getting ice here, but I'm
Actually, we're getting a wintry mix.
A wintry.
I just looked at the weather a minute ago.
So we're getting a wintry mix. Your show, boss. Run what you like. All right. Let's see.
Henry's requesting the lights be turned back on.
I will turn them on shortly. I'm gonna get something else up top running. Give this old goat engine a break after a couple loops around. It seems to be short now, so I might have to look at the tender, but let's get these classic EMDs moving again. All right, I'm rolling.
Oh my god, she's scared of me.
There we go. We lost our train. Let's see who's decoupling here. Let's see. It's actually a Williams set of A units here. Whoops, and it derailed. Come on, Williams, get it together, my friend. Here we go. I'm hoping they don't decouple in the back, because I'll have to send a helper. Yeah, it's just decoupled again. So here's the funny thing with this. What I will do is couple this side and keep it rolling. Boom, fixed. All right. Yeah, problem solved. Everything seems to be working nice and smooth. Oh man. All right. I've got a pre-war redemption. Oh, the lights. Was not expecting that. So before we had issues with, I can actually tell you guys the number of the train. This is a 1689E. For any of you guys wondering, it's like a really simplified streamline engine from Lionel. They were built in the 30s, I think like 1939, into the early 40s, right before World War II. So, also like the artwork on the come on, autofocus. It's like, will that work? I like the artwork on the builder's plate underneath. There it goes. Look at that. So, yeah, I love this engine. This is a good Christmas train. I used to use this under the tree. It actually came with a set of blue cars, kind of like if you guys ever seen, I'm sure you guys have the Polar Express when they have those nice blue looking pre-war cars underneath the tree. This actually came with a set of those. So I used to run this under the tree all the time. So up on top, I actually put a 16. I don't even remember the last two. I think it's a 1668. That's it. So this actually has a very similar motor to a 1666, except this one's pre-war. 1666 is very, very early post-war. So just it's cool, different trains. I'm gonna put this one back on the shelf. And let's see, did I miss any comments? Figuring around to it, I have a Lionel FA locomotive that I bought at an auction several years ago that I need to do a video on. If I remember correctly, I only gave like $7 or $8. What's the road name on that? Is it like a Santa Fe or something like that? And if it's one of the ones that I think it is, like, is it real plastic or plastic looking or like kind of chalky plastic? Oh, there they go. There go the gates. Let me turn them off for a second. Whoops, turned off the wrong one. So, yeah, I actually have a set of like these really old, they're 027 for sure, but they're not like the other FAs that Lionel made like in the early post-war days. I think they're built in like 57 or something like that, but they don't have an E unit. It's just a position switch. You get forward, neutral, and reverse on a click switch type of base, and they're just kind of a pain in the butt. Union Pacifics. Do you know the road number on it by any chance? Is it a 20 series? Like, does it start with a 20 and then a 3? Because I might have the sister engine on the shelf. I have 2032s sitting on the shelves behind me, and they're the Erie. But Lionel came out with a bunch. I think it went up to like 2036. It's literally a 20 and then a 3 and then whatever numbers after that. Working on a video for tonight's Steam on my displays. Check it out. I will totally check that out once we get off the stream and everything. What was that? Scared me. Lionel Polar Express set. That's awesome. Let's see. Yeah, we really want a Polar Express set. We'll get one of these days. It's just that the newer ones are much different. I know they came out with a full scale Polar Express back in the day. So yeah, it was really cool. Let's see. Nope, it's all metal. And X Crossing was part of a store fire auction, but runs great. Yeah, if you know the number on it, like the road number or whatever, let me know, because that's probably a really cool collectible engine for just a couple of bucks. I mean, any train for like $8 is a good deal in my opinion. So let's get this engine up top working. Here we go. I gotta watch this one. She's fast. Trying to run away. Hey, Heath, how's it going? Heath, we were just talking about you earlier. Of course, all the bad things, right? We're just blaming you for everything. But yeah, I'm so glad you're here, man. We're having a good time. Um, just running a bunch of stuff up here. Had a couple of blame Heath moments, but I mean it's all good. It's been an awesome stream, but thank you so much for being here. I was also telling everyone how I join in on your stream every Fridays, every not every Fridays, every Friday during my lunch break and run trains for you guys. It's really good engine because the whole boiler and top part is die cast. Really good puller. Yeah, just like the old stuff. I mean, everything used to be made out of die cast metal. You know, kids used to crash trains. I mean, I'm guilty as charged. I'd build roller coasters out of train cars, like my HO stuff. When I was a kid, they had really nice rolling wheels, and I used to build like little ramps and stuff. But 2023, does it, Randall? Does it look anything like this? Does your engine look anything like this style? Is it silver? This is a 2032 part of that whole catalog series. The number boards are always dark on these, but when they light up, the whole thing. This is actually the dummy A unit. See if it lights. Now this is the one I have to repair. Someone left the battery in this, and the whole back corroded. Look at that. And the battery is actually located in the power A unit, and that used to activate the horn circuit way back in the day, because the voltage on the horns were only for like 5 to 7 volts DC. So your relay would trip when you plug in the DC off the track, and then it would trip a relay inside the motor or inside the locomotive. Then the battery would power your little bell alarm horn. Hanging out late tonight. Yes, I had some coffee, so I'm wired. Um, yeah, you know, let's see. I'm all out of coffee, but yeah, I'll spin around here. So cheers. Heath is here. There's a one little drop of coffee in there left over, but thank you so much for being here. But yeah, I had some coffee, so I feel great. Let's see. Um yes, Friday fun. Best lunch break ever is on Fridays when I can join. And you know, if you guys haven't checked out, check out Heath's channel, Humanity City Junction. They stream all the time. If you guys are new to the hobby or old to the hobby, you'll always learn something new, and a bunch of great people from all over the world. I mean, we have people. I've seen people from the UK, just other parts of the country. It's awesome. It's an awesome community that he's building over there. Let's see. That is super. Oh, sorry. I missed like a bunch of comments. I screwed up. I had the mate to the locomotive too. It was missing several parts and didn't buy it. Oh man. Yeah, parts for those are pretty easy to find unless they're cosmetic. Like cosmetic parts are a witch to find. Um I usually that particular ones I just showed you guys. Um I have two of them. The first one I had was in a complete meltdown. Like someone left the battery in, battery exploded. It was a dry cell battery. Battery exploded on the inside, melted everything, but the mechanics still work. The motors, all my pickup rollers and stuff just need to be cleaned up. But a lot of, excuse me, a lot of cosmetic stuff had to be done. So I took a Dremel to it, stripped the chassis down completely, repainted it all black, and that I'll show you guys what that looks like. But that's its dummy A unit that goes with the powered A unit 2032. This is super. This is a great thing going on. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, you guys are all great. I love being here. When I was 2 years old, I had a Bachman Thomas and I had to crash it. Yeah, we've all been guilty of that. You did what with your model trains rolling? Yeah, we made roller coasters out of them. They were. I was young and much young, and it was stupid of me. I think it was a Monopoly HO like collector set from QVC. I took the box cars it came with had like these really nice trucks. They just roll and roll and roll. So we built a little bit of a ramp, and we just run them on the circuit like the easy track it came with, and they just ran freely. We didn't crash them or anything. We just ran them in a circle. It was kind of fun. Just the cars, not the motors or the engines. Let's see. Yeah, crash pools. We used to crash. Way back when, I want to say a few years ago. Well, more than that. 15. I'll just say 15 years ago, when I first moved in to the parents' place, the newer house they had. A friend of mine behind our house was a huge Thomas person. Do you guys don't understand? Like he had every wooden Thomas train set because I was much younger then. Had to be more than 15 years, but we were little kids. He had every Thomas train set ever from the show. His parents would go out to like Barnes and Noble or order it online. So he had every wooden Thomas train ever. And then one year his parents bought him a G scale, or I think it was Bach, or no, it was Lionel. G scale line or Thomas train set with Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle. We put that engine through all kinds of stuff. It was fun. It wasn't my train, but this kid destroyed it. I think the rails were so pitted from all the sparks. We took sandpaper to it. It was a mess. But he started it, so it wasn't me. Blame Heath. Cosmetic parts seem to have been present. Wait, sorry. Present locomotive. The missing parts seem to have been mechanical side of the locomotive. Okay. So like your motor and stuff like that. I have a truck here, and if you go to a train show, guys want to charge like a ton just for the trucks. I mean, I don't get it. There are post-war parts. You can't get post-war parts from Lionel directly. You have to go through, you have to know someone that knows someone else, or eBay. And eBay is getting extremely expensive with parts because they realize they can get the money right now because of the pandemic and there's no shows. So let's see. Responded to lunatic. I remember that it was missing the front truck on the locomotive. So I actually have a spare truck here, but I don't have a motor that goes with it, so I can't really help you with that. What mic is that? Looks nice. This is a blue microphone. It's a blue Spark Mini limited edition. It's orange. I did not paint it like this. I love the look of it. It's actually it's a condenser mic, but it's meant for vocals and stuff. I'm also a musician, so I have a decent mic locker, but this one seemed to fit the description. And yeah, I got it at a music shop, and um basically the guy was like, take it for like $15. And the cap, this is called your capsule, this whole part here. And someone ripped the capsule out and the wires were exposed. So when I got to the car, he didn't give me a bag or anything. It's like a free for all music shop. It's like pick what you want, ask for a price. It's cool. The capsule fell off onto my friend's floor of his car, and I was like, What? But yeah, I soldered it back. It works. At least I think it works. I mean, you guys can hear me, so hopefully it's working. Heath, if you're are you still doing the meetup on March 13? If you're still here, we can hear you. So yeah, close enough. Awesome. I found out later that oh yeah, yes, still planning on doing the meetup. Cool. Are you selling t-shirts? I know you said you had stickers for people and stuff. Are you selling t-shirts or anything like that? It might just be me on that adventure. Nikki might have to work, but I'll try to be there. I'm trying to work out getting an easy pass so I can get from Pennsylvania to New Jersey in one piece without fines and stuff. Found out later that the hobby shop in West Plains, Missouri, could actually order the new parts for that locomotive from Lionel. Wow. Phew. Yeah, that's. I called Lionel. I have a friend that's looking for, um, you know, some parts and stuff. And then let's see. I'm not going to sell anything. I was going to bring buttons to give away. Sweet. Yeah, I'll wear. That sounds good to me. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you're gonna have like t-shirts to sell. I'd buy a t-shirt from you, but I don't have, all I have is a card and stuff, but it'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, I also have I also plan on fixing a smoke unit, and I had to call Lionel about smoke unit parts, and they basically couldn't help me at all unless I gave them the exact model number of the engine. I couldn't say like train number 2032, for example. They said, well, what's the part number? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm a civilian. So I had to Google it. Well, I'm on the phone with the guy. He's like, well, if you want, we can give you a call back. I'm like, no, because I was on hold for like 10 minutes because they were so busy. Probably because the new catalog's out and the corporate side, everyone's just buying them up. So it's crazy. Let's see. The one I have is 100% all there. Uh, all I did was lubricate and ran great. Headlight even still works on it. Yeah, the what was it? The 1930s train that I have on the track up top, original bulb. So that's pretty cool. A lot of these trains, all you have to do is open them up. And if you guys have any newer diesels like MPC, which is basically from don't kill me on this. It's like I'm gonna say 1969 to like 1990-ish. Most diesels are about the same. I did a repair video on those, how to lubricate them, open them up. So check that out. I think it's called like 3 Unusual Train Repair Video. I took apart the U-boat, that chassis system, completely took it apart, put it all back together. Then I have I think it's an SD24 locomotive that's sitting on the shelf behind me. It's Canadian Pacific. Um, Basically the same style motor. And what was the last one? Oh, it took apart a K line, and that was a pain. That was my MP15 um, switcher engine. That was a challenge. I wanted to pretty much go from like the basic stuff, work my way up to a more complicated tear down, build back to show you guys how to do it. Because that a lot of people, I'm not afraid to take stuff apart anymore. I've done it so many times. It's just whatever, just make sure you keep your parts in one spot. But yeah, I completely understand if you guys are apprehensive of taking the stuff apart. It is complex sometimes. Let's see. Does yours have magnet traction? Because mine does. Yes. Yeah, I'll grab the refurbished 2032. I have two full sets, like I said. Um, One of them is all original. I did nothing to it other than some soldering, resoldering. Does yours have the electro coupler release? Like there's a wire that goes from the coupler And if you go on an access track, you can pop open the couplers using the electromagnets, not the like these. Oh, this one, yeah, like this has. If you put it up to the magnet, it will open it up. Like, see if I can do it. Whoops, like that. This one's frozen. Bad example, but some of those engines have an electromagnetic coil up to the coupler. So if this is your coupler arm, the coil is around here, and the wire goes underneath to your accessory pads, and you open it up, it springs open. I actually like those. I think they're kind of cool. And even I don't know where I put the Jeep. Oh, it's on the shelf. So I think it does. Yeah, I'll grab the 2032. We can give it a run around the track. It's almost a little too late to run stuff, but I'll run the 2032 around a couple times just to show you guys. It's one of my fan favorites. Between that and the E7s, or the giant E7s that I have on the shelf, you can actually see. Now you guys are seeing the GG1, the BL2 Ugly Duckling. This is the nickname of the train. Up there is an F3. I think it's an F3 diesel. And up top is a FA7, I believe. Then I got another Ugly Duckling, and then a saddle tank engine. So Henry, Magna traction. I have to hang this up still. Check this out. Magna traction. So basically, Lionel came out with a traction system that here's a great example. Hey, can you hand me that Berkshire engine really quick? This is good to show because, yeah, give me one of those. Yeah, give me one of these. Thank you. Henry, here is that Berkshire engine. Here's the front. Look how shiny and fresh it is. Yes. All right, so this is one of the grab irons here. They go onto the 2026. I forgot to put them back on because I had to take the whole engine apart to redo the smoke unit. So here are my wheels here, and watch this. Oh, that's a bad one. There you go. It's magnetic underneath. So basically this would prevent your trains from flying off the tracks because your rails are a cheaper nickel steel, I guess, alloy. So these stick to the tracks without having to use traction tires. Unfortunately, Lionel stopped doing that, and you're left with engines that are got a big, powerful motor, but they don't have a lot of traction or weight. I mean, this thing weighs a couple pounds. I mean, this is all metal. It's built like a Buick under here. I mean, it's insane. Here, let me put this back. Excuse me, miss. Take this one back too. All right. So hopefully that answered your question about the Magna traction. The only bad part of that locomotive is that the area where the battery for the horn is really bad shape. I hope you could have saved it, but may have to eventually order a new battery box for it. So usually you can Dremel those out. I mean, it takes a lot of work, and it can be kind of a pain, especially if you're using a wire wheel. You'll go through a ton of fiber wheels or wire wheels trying to clean them up. But my finished 2032. This is it. Oh, this one's heavy. And Henry, if you're still here, this also has Magna traction. And this one has been refurbished. So this one, you can see in the back here, some of the shell still has corrosion on it. I gave this thing a bath, which you're not supposed to do because all of your decals on here, it's all considered rubber stamping. And what that is basically, it's a way of Lionel putting on decals back in the um, late 1940s, 1950s. They did this thing called rubber stamping. So these wear off very easily. If you handle these a lot, like skin oil and stuff peels them up. So yeah. Yeah, oops is right. Hey, I didn't leave the battery and I actually bought this came with okay, so I got the A unit here, the the other A unit that came with it. They were roached, but they still worked. They still worked. I just cleaned them up. But yeah, check this out. I painted from here it is. From here up is original, other than cleaning the shell with some Dawn dish soap and stuff. But the trucks are repainted. They're all shiny black, and the frame is repainted. That's the original battery door underneath, and on the inside, I think I just used a little bit of resoldering. And there's actually two different versions of this engine. This might actually be the version. Oh, there's a dimple up top, so I can get it in the light here. See that melted dimple? That's from actually the motor heat melting the cast. So it's crazy. Let's see. Yeah, so this thing sticks. Whoops. Some cords there. Whoops, there we go. So when you run these trains, this thing sticks to the track. I mean, look at that. It's just the whole front where your motor is, it's all magnetized. Let's see. If it comes to that, I may just completely rewire it and do it the right way. No problems would show up in the future. Randall, if you ever need help rewiring that train or fixing that, just let me know, man. Just reach out to me, send me a message on Facebook, and if you have to call me or whatever, we'll make it happen. I'll help you fix your trains, walk you through it, whatever you need. If you do take these apart, just take lots of pictures before, like when you take off your shell, snap a picture. Most of the wiring on these are color coded. You get like red, green, yellow, and black, and they all usually mean different things. Just take lots of pictures. Yeah, Henry, we share our side, so I just they're usually pretty cool with the streams and stuff, but it's all good. Where is the second horn on top? So this only has the single horn right here. Uh, these would have probably had like a goose horn back in the day. I believe these are Alcos. I don't think these are EMDs. I think these are um, Alco engines. Because the only reason I'd say that is because the square front on these compared to a nice rounded EMD front. But I believe these are Alco streamline engines. Yours has that as well. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, these are great engines, and this one's fully restored. It works pretty well. It unfortunately is not strong enough to run upside down. I wish, but these weigh a ton. I mean, this thing's like, I don't know, like a pound and a half or so. But I'm sure if I have seen someone do that before. I think it was like Sam's Trains might have done that with his double O gauge or HO stuff. He does a lot of experimentation, which I have a couple ideas like that in the future. I'd like to do a wind powered train and then also build a live steam O scale train. So I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, not a problem, Randall. I'm here for you guys if you need help repairing stuff or need assistance on it. So no worries. PA-1, but not really. Yeah, I'll show you guys this run around once. Yeah, I get to set all my trains on the floor, and then tomorrow I get to pick them all up. Here, I'll take this car off. I was going to run my Eisenhower car because it is or was, well, yeah, it's still it's President's Day, but the couplers were missing off of it. It was in this whole collection I received, so I got to find the screws. I have the couplers; they're just like little plastic couplers, and it's a B&O passenger car. Let's see. All right, let's fire her up. And these have automatic E units too, so they're a lot of fun. I find out which car is squeaking. I have a hunch it's this one. Let's see. I'll put it there. Yeah, it's squeaking. Let's see. Yeah, it's crazy. So that squeaking noise is actually the pickup roller underneath of these. Which one is it? This one here. It's like that's awful. Um, I actually had a Lionel train that did that, and then they had to send it back because they refused to fix it. They're like, "Yeah, it's a defect." Then I went through two of those sets because the other set had defects in it too. It was like a Western Old West set remanufactured. I thought it was pretty cool, but it did not work. It fried on me, so a lot of fun. Alco FAs. Unfortunately, I do not have room to run O scale trains. I was basically trying right out with track and a transformer. You can bring it out during Christmas time. That's how a lot of these trains were. A lot of people displayed these trains back in the day. It'd be for Christmas. So a lot of these old school finds and stuff. Um, basically, I think some of my other older trains are basically, you know, people going through grandparents' attics that pass or whatever, or basements, and they say, "Oh, there's a train set," or they're not interested in it and they sell it. I mean, that's how a lot of those happen. The K line circus trains. Yeah, Heath, they're gonna be hard to find. I have some Lionel circus stuff, as you know, and I know you do have a thing for circus trains and everything. I know JP Videos also has a circus train that it's called the Bailey Who Circus. Awesome set. It's a Hudson that comes with it. A couple of not activated cars, but animated cars. They just ride around, do some goofy things. Like he's got a lion tamer chasing around. But yeah, just keep on looking. You'll be able to find one. I have some, but I'm not going to part with them. But always check eBay, my friend. You'll be able to find anything on there for train stuff. O scale is one of the few scales I do not have any rolling stock. Yeah, and I was actually explaining earlier in the stream that um, you have like a modular layout. Is that correct? Because I know you were saying that last stream that you brought out everything, you have to put it all away and get it out of the way after each stream and stuff like that. Thank you so much. Yeah, these I use something called CRC electrical lubricant on all my engines, so they run extremely smooth. It's like a little secret. Um, I've showed it on the channel a bunch of times. I use it on any AC motor. I wouldn't use it on DC, but the 3-pole AC motors, I mean, these run like super smooth. I mean, it's crazy. Most of the noise you're hearing are actually the gears that are made of brass with they just have a little bit of noise to them. K-Line shows up once in a while, but is an investment. Yeah, I agree. I mean, these people aren't it's weird. Like everything is worth how much someone wants to sell it for, unfortunately. Um, those sets are hard to come by. I have seen a couple of them. I've also seen like the giant heavyweight circus cars, like at Choo Choo Barn in Strasbourg. I'm sure those are worth a fortune as well. Yeah, I'll take a Lionel one also. That'd be cool. Could run at the club's holiday display. They have an O scale layout during that time. That'd be awesome. I mean, I'm looking at joining something like that, or if maybe come up with a circle of friends around here that want to run trains and stuff. That'd be really cool. Yeah, I got it done. I'll upload it to the laptop. Phone will be up in a bit. Yeah, Gus, your editing skills. I mean, you edit stuff so fast. I'm impressed. I mean, I was sitting here for for hours today editing out some stuff. It was crazy. Modular layout T track, and that is N scale. Then on my desk, I have a Z scale. Also have HO. Yeah, I remember that. I mean, that's so cool. And you're dealing with like a pretty much a multi-function space, right? So, and if you guys haven't checked it out, check out Heath's Humanity Cities uh, video on how you built your console desk. Pretty much, it's amazing. Like the studio and then an art desk. That video is just crazy cool. Oh, sorry. What are those heavyweights? These are CNO, I believe. They're Chesapeake in Ohio. I believe they're Chesapeake in Ohio. I'm not exactly sure. So um, I'm trying to get some B&O heavyweights in here. I already have a Pensy heavyweight set, an NYC, and then I have a streamlined set of Florida East Coast, and they're pretty cool as well. CRC 2-26. Let's see. Is that what's in there? Is that can? Can you grab that can of that? The little baby can.
2-26.
Yeah, let me see that for a second. I'll show the guys. Yeah, this is the magic. Here, I'll point this over here. This is the stuff. So yeah, it's exactly what it is. 2-26. Awesome product, and basically, yeah, I was hoping it was plastic safe. So yeah, plastic safe improves electrical properties. So yeah, this will help smooth out your armatures. You won't get that 3-pull sound like the crunch, crunch, crunch when you're trying to move some of your trains. Some Lionel trains you can't get in the motors, like some of those plastic ones. Just put a little bit of this in there. Well, first, use CRC contact cleaner. Spray all the crap out, like all the gunk and dirt, and usually you find hair, especially up here, lots of hair. I vacuum up here regularly, so yeah, definitely try to do that. Then hit it with some of this, and then if it recommends it, if it says oil, like sometimes Lionel engines will have like a little pad that says oil. Drop a little bit of 3-in-1 on there once you're done using a little dot of this. So this stuff is awesome. It's like this stuff's like $10 at Home Depot. That's where I got this. CRC spray is a little expensive. It's like $8-9 a can, but the contact cleaner and this product here is amazing. You're in a 1-bedroom apartment in NYC. Yeah, I remember you're in, and you knew. I remember that you're. Hopefully, you guys are staying safe, and I hope you guys are getting back to some state of. And hopefully, things are opening back up. You guys can live life. Yeah, Nikki's got a model update, and it's about 90% done. Yeah, she's been quiet. She's sitting here. I'll pan over to the Nikki. There she is, hard at work.
One of my shutters just fell off.
Oh, shutters just fell off. Classic, built in America. Very nice.
I'm doing the best I can.
she's doing the best she can. Shutters fell off. It's perfect. Brand new home.
It's ready to go.
Oh my god.
It's livable.
You guys cracked me up.
It just doesn't have a foundation yet.
Wicked, back from sanding foam. Yeah, hopefully that's going well. Did you paint anything yet? Hopefully you got a little bit more done. But sanding is important. I did not sand any of my mountains on this. They're all just rough, but yeah, I mean, just different style of scenery. It's really cool. I love to see what Wicked comes up with on that train garden. That's basically how our club started. Started about 4 or 5 guys, and at last check we were at roughly 40 members. That's a crowd. Are you guys still meeting up and stuff during this? Are you guys doing like a digital meetup, or just keeping distance, or just hanging out and whatever? He says hello.
Hi, Heath. I was actually just about to type out hello back.
Oh, well, she said hello. There you go.
Hi, I'm here.
Yeah, she's usually going to work while I'm running the trains up here on Fridays. So
yeah, I'm the one that yelled for him the one week.
Yeah, she yelled up. She's like, "I'm going to work." I'm like, "I'm streaming." Like, I can't. It's actually before I got the whole mic set up and everything. I was running off a cell phone, so it's crazy how that works.
I also have to add on gutters.
Hope it doesn't rain.
I mean, yeah. No rain will get in the house. It just won't drain off the house very efficiently.
Did not realize she was in the same room. Yeah, she's right behind me. She's modding. She's our, she's my partner in crime and moderator of the Facebook and the streams. She puts up with me and all this stuff, and yeah, it's awesome. Kind of waiting on my new pigments to come in. Yeah, I remember you telling me that too. I have not been to my club until the first week of March. Okay. Yeah, then it's been about a year since everything kind of shut down, coming up on a year, or at least, I remember it was like, oh man, what was it?
It started in March of last year.
Yeah, I don't remember the date. I think I started my new job. It was like March 3rd. And then 2 weeks later, we were completely shut down. It was like we had hazard pay for a week. They're like, if you come into the office, you're going to get like time and a half. And then a week later, the governor said, nope, you're not coming in. No more hazard pay. Because they were losing tons of money from people coming in and making, just sitting at a desk, and we were already socially distanced because we're in cubicles. So, and my cube is huge. It's like a 10 by or 8 by 10 cube. It's pretty decent. So is she the real artist of the family? Actually, sorry. What's Henry say?
He's saying good night.
Oh, good night, Henry. Thanks so much for stopping by. You're a trooper, man. Yeah, Henry's been here since we started at 8. So thank you so much for stopping in.
Yeah. Have a good night, Henry.
Have a great night.
Have a good day at school.
Yeah, have a great week at school, man. Stay safe out there too. Gus has the video up. I'll check that out as soon as we get off the stream.
Am I the artist in the family?
You're a artist.
I'm an artist. I would say the artist.
I'm the mastermind behind the layout, so I take credit for that.
Well, I mean, but I don't know that I would consider that art.
This is art. Trains are art, or model train. Even in my garden
and stuff, I have a little bit of talent with painting.
She enjoys painting, yeah.
However, you wouldn't know it by looking at the archways and stuff from my house, but the rest of the house is painted very nicely.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of tiny parts that I didn't have quite small enough brushes to get in there with.
Yeah.
But otherwise, Other than a few little like art things here and there, I mean, I dabble in art, but not really an artist.
Yeah, I like painting. Um, I like doing the scenery work too. I have a lot more to do up here. I haven't, to be honest with you guys, I haven't had time to come up here between like filming out in the world and then between work, filming, personal life, the live streams and everything have been pretty much my layout updates and stuff. I've been doing a lot of repair stuff recently. I did some upgrades, also practicing so I um, can be better at fixing certain things. But yeah, I haven't really done a whole lot of scenery. I've also been trying to do some test scenery pieces because the cat, I want to see how she reacts. So I don't want her to like destroy my train garden. But I did pave the road on the board. I wired up the crossing gates, and then the next project, and I showed people this on Friday. Here it is. So I got these old original Lionel lamps that I know are completely out of scale. I don't care. I love them. They're gonna go right between my station and platform. So these need a rewire. The wiring, you can see it's kind of nasty. And then right there, it's bare. You guys can see that. So yeah, that's gonna be my next project, wiring those up, and then I'm gonna wire those up in parallel. And my parallel wires right there. So all I have to do is use those quick connects and just clip them in. Let's see what I missed. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, you couldn't hear me.
Hold up one second. Went to the club. Waited at an airport for a gig. Then when I came home, I was laid off. That was it. Jeez. Yeah, I knew you were saying that. I knew you were in the tech industry, correct? I think, man, that's insane. I'm sorry that happened. Yeah, I started my job literally a week before, like we shut down, like 2 weeks in, between my boss having his first child, and then we shut down completely. So we were still working. We because we work um, in a regulatory agency, so I still have tons of work to do. It was just insane how it happened. I was just like, man, I just started this job and I'm being told to telework. Like, what do I do? I've gotten better. I mean, obviously, it's been a year or so. I'm learning the trade, but I mean, it was a learning curve. Let's see. Unfortunately, I get to make a couple of meetings a year because my job and duties on the farm. Oh, you own a farm too? That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's always on the move, always on the railroad and stuff, for what I've heard. It's pretty cool. The club is on Facebook. They're called the West Plains Model Railroad Club. I'll have to check them out too. Oh, Nikki. Oh, sorry. Yeah, she couldn't hear you. She's saying that like what, enjoys painting.
Basically,
Come on over here.
whoa.
The floor is sloped, so
Yeah. So basically, I was saying I enjoy painting. However, I wouldn't consider myself the artist of the family because I'm not that great at art. um, I personally, I'm better at doing things like cooking or music related things. However, that being said, I did paint the model house and all of it looks
yep,
great on the
it does look good.
exterior except for the porch. The details of the porch, I just didn't have a small enough brush to really get into the details. But I did the best I could, but it's a little sloppy looking there, but otherwise it's all
Yeah.
come together and I'm working on the foundation
Your
now
jokes.
to attach to it, but otherwise it's almost done.
Yeah. All with testers model paints from Michaels that, they're expensive, but they're nice paint. So
It's been an experience.
Wicked says it's snowing again.
Oh geez.
Sorry.
I'm so done with snow.
I'm sorry, bud. I mean, we're getting something out there. I don't even want to look out the windows. I got a window over there. I got a window over there. I got like two on basically the end of the layout's a chimney, and then I got a little peek window over there where all my stock stuff is, all my extra wood and supplies and stuff. So let's see. Are the lamps working in them? The lights work. The wiring is just frayed. It had moisture contact, and the basically what's happening is that the what do you call it? The metal in the wire, it's like a nickel. It oxidizes from it wicks up the water and oxidizes, and it peels off all the insulation. So you basically just have this brittle crap. I mean, it's the best way to explain it. All I have to do, so check this out. If you guys ever want to pick these up, all you do is this. You pop these out.
Why do my shutters keep
Hey,
falling
hold.
off?
You do that. You pop these off. Then these are called bayonet bulbs. Basically, you push down carefully and you give it a twist, give it a quarter turn, and then this pops right out. So there's your socket. So set this in a safe place. This is your money part right here. And then here's the cool thing with these. So you have, I'm gonna have to do this anyways because I'm gonna have to resolder all these. One of them's your ground, like this whole thing is your ground. Then the one in the center that goes all the way up is your hot terminal. And then here's your butt of the socket right there on the wire, little solder dot. So then in here, there should be a spring. There it is. There's a spring on the end. So when you put all this back together, the light sits in and springs inside. They call it bayonet, but you should wire them with, let's see. He said as long as you are enjoying of what you're doing, it's important. So I think she does.
I mean, I've enjoyed it. It's been a process.
It has been a process. I bought unpainted Lionel models and I was like, oh, this sounds like fun. It was all right. Wicked said he did art in high school. I did music. I think I talked about that in here before. It's like my art teacher at high school was um very hard on the students. When I shadowed at the high school, he was just hostile. I didn't like it, and I was already a drummer, so and I already had connections through the band and stuff. So I was like, I'll do band. So I still play music to this day. It's just it is what it is.
I was in symphonic orchestra.
Yeah, Nikki was in orchestra. I'm a drummer. Still a drummer. It's partially why I grew my hair out, just for it's a lot of fun. Let's see. Not professionally farming, just things like getting wood, helping my brother from time to time. When with doing the livestock side, that's the fun side. I've had friends that were hobby farmers, like they'd grab a couple chickens or something, have them roam around. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, these bulbs are pretty common. I mean, Lionel, I want to say anything from Lionel from the 30s into man, even some of the modern stuff, they still use bayonet bulbs. I mean, they just push in, quarter turn, release them. And if you do it wrong, they'll fly out. It's kind of fun. So it's all that cool stuff. You should rewire them with LED. That's not a bad idea. I have LEDs here. The only problem is if I wire them in a parallel series, they may not work because of the diodes and stuff, because you have the anode and the cathode on because I'm wiring up the AC. I have AC LEDs.
Have a good night, Heath.
Oh, is he leaving? Wait,
So he needs to head out, needs to start thinking about sleep.
I didn't even see that. See, that comment just showed up. I'm so sorry. Nikki's phone's ahead of me by like 15 seconds. So, but yeah, man, I'll see you on Friday. Thank you so much for stopping by. You're always welcome on the channel, and I'll see you on Friday around noonish to run some trains on your stream. That one time at band camp, we went just really quick. We had band trips, and they were crazy. We'd party up. Um, I didn't do anything crazy. I mean, I was in high school, but you know, definitely some good times.
Most band camps in high school.
We didn't have band camp. No, the choir had choir camp, and apparently that was always crazy. But no, we went on a band trip. It was like competing. Um, went to Myrtle Beach twice, Chicago, and NYC. NYC was the best. We had a party boat on the Hudson, and my school is an all guys school, and then we had a school from I believe Ottawa, Canada, that was an all girls school, and they paired us up. So it was like a party barge. It was awesome. The other schools got off the boats like, man, that was horrible, and then all of us were like, dude, this was awesome. Unfortunately, there was a language barrier. We only spoke English, and they only I'd say 90% of the Ottawan school spoke,
French.
yeah, French Canadian. So it was kind of funny. One of my friends got turned down in French, and I just laughed at him. It was a good time. But anyways, it's past 11 here. Yeah, 11:30. So I'm gonna call the stream, guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you guys are watching in the replays, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the likes and support. And like I said, we got up to what was it, 1,000 subscribers? I will do the 24-hour live stream. If we get up to 100 subscribers, I will do the StreamYard collaborative Monday-Runday live. So thank you all for being here. Have a great night. Please stay safe out there. I know the weather is, at least on the east and south, seems like it's a toss-up right now, but please be safe. And hope to see you guys in future adventures and videos. Good night, everyone.
Good night.